It's the Bob and Tom Show.
You should have seen me last night when I fell down laughing and I stumbled down a flight of metal stairs. I went crashing through the window at the VFW hall, tumbled over a pile of metal chairs. Then I cussed out my girlfriend, tried to feel up her mom. I wrecked my car, I think I bruised my spine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I got drunk and stole this boat out of the Edgewater Yacht Club doing 90 miles an hour up to the bay. I sank her out by Buckeye Point and walked on into town. Tore up someone's flowers on my way. Then I barged into the cruise nest and I threw up on the rug. I slapped that hostess on her big behind. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I talk dirty to the waitress and I never ever leave her no tip. I leave her all my roaches in the guacamole dip. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. So I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna tie on a good one. Does anybody here want to go out drinking with me? Yeah! Well, I'll take you to this biker bar where we can kick some ass. And a gay bar. We'll get our drinks for free. We'll do shooters of tequila and a case of beer apiece. We'll wash it down with a gallon of cheap island wine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I like to shout out loud and moon the crowd when I'm dancing on the bar. Then go out in the parking lot, piss on all the cars. I go out drinking, always have myself a real good time. Oh, give me that wine. Always have myself a real good time. I'm feeling very fine. Always have myself a real good time.
Yeah. Pat Daly, we need him at least once a day.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Oh, hello, Chick.
Hello there. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
How you feeling there, cowboy?
A little bit better.
All right.
Hanging in.
Playing with pain? I love it.
Playing with pain.
Damn right. You know, Ronnie Lott cut a finger off at halftime.
Yeah, he did.
He couldn't go back at the game the way it was. He just cut it off.
Well, can Pat use that finger to plug up his ass? He's been flowing out a little bit.
So evidently, we say we don't need you to HIPAA laws, I guess. I don't.
Oh, sorry. I should have mentioned.
Hi, Josh.
Hey,
The explosive diarrhea.
There's Ace Cosby. I am Chick, and here's Tom.
Well, thank you very much. I can't help but notice that Christy Lee is sitting at the Silac news desk.
Yes,
that's
she
right.
is.
That's right. And we have some delightful stuff coming up today. Got look at this stack of letters here. It's unbelievable. Overnight, people are excited.
You got the overnights? Is that what you're saying?
I got a lot going on over here.
All right. Oh, you know what I've got? I'm excited. Dallas wins last night, taking game one of the Western Conference. Finally, NBA 108-105. Luka had 33. You know, Luka
Lives on the second floor.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
I thought it was a girl, but evidently it's...
My name is Luka.
Luka. And Luka did not say this last night, but I think Nikola Jokic might be...
I need to go home.
He might be on his way home.
got
Tom brought my present, everybody.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. How about that?
Talking about it. Now, this is a double present because why, Josh?
Because the wrapping itself is a present.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
It's got Tom's face all over it.
Do you have one of those people in your family that you have to be careful about how you unwrap the present because they want you reuse the paper?
Oh, sure. Now, that looks to be what, like a 20 by 20 square?
Yeah, that's right.
You did a nice job wrapping that, Tom.
I certainly did.
Even has a ribbon on it?
Very resistant.
You want the scissors to cut the ribbon?
I think he
No,
needs
He's going to break the thing.
Well, it's a thought that counts.
It
isn't
sure is.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
darn
matter
right.
how.
There
Okay.
we go. Now things are going to
Got
start
the ribbon?
happening.
Oh, he's really getting in there.
Oh, it's one of those little Russian nesting packages, isn't it?
No.
Oh, what is that?
It's a mirror.
No, it's not a mirror.
It's going to be a framed something.
frame of something.
Oh, Tom, this is fabulous. Thank you so much.
Now look at it carefully.
I know. I got it right
Okay,
away.
okay,
buddy.
okay.
I got it right away.
Not everyone will.
Okay, there you go.
No, that's a
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you guys get it?
that's a classic Elton John album. Lower, I'm being told, so people can see it. There we go.
Okay.
But what's unusual about that is it's the version from.
It's the British date on. It's the way it appeared in England. That's the way they make the date in England.
Oh.
So it's 17/11/70 instead of 11.
That's a great Elton John album.
That is
Certainly
going
is.
right up at the compound.
It's just Elton and what is it? Nigel and
Roger
Bass player.
Roger Pope and Russ.
What is it?
Caleb
Caleb
Quay.
Quay. It's just the three of them.
Yeah.
Recorded at the Troubadour, I think.
Yep.
But that's the version. That's the English version with
Right.
the date swapped around.
They do
Pretty
lots
cool.
of stuff different over
So
there.
an import,
Yeah.
as you
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
If you want to play it, you got to take apart the frame.
Oh, we know.
And the English release is different than the one here. I think there's a couple other bonus songs or whatever, so I might indeed take it apart.
It's a very early Elton John. It's really good, though.
Yeah,
You've never heard that
Burn
one.
Down the Missions on there.
Burn Down the Mission. On the American, he does Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Cool.
Brown Sugar.
Oh, no, gimme. Honky Tonk. He does Honky Tonk Woman. That's right.
Ah.
You can hear him smiling when they go, gimme.
If you've ever seen Elton, but to overstate the obvious, you forget what an incredibly good piano player he is.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for fans like me, he stopped making music in 1977.
Right around the end of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
He's got. That's anyway. I thought you'd enjoy that. Being,
I do. I
with
very
your
much.
fascination with all things British,
Thank you very much.
and you might want to save that paper and have that framed. Did you can get custom made paper with your face on it?
Yeah,
How
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I was very
Like
excited.
overnight.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Don't you guys remember? I don't know if Josh does. 6 to when you would order something 6 to 8. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks for
I do
delivery.
remember when I used to order CDs from this show.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know that was me in my garage getting everything boxed
It
up.
was?
No, it was close to. If he'd thought of it, it would have been.
And I used to have to call. I'd call a number and give and talk to somebody.
I still own that number, by the way.
You know who was on that phone taking orders?
Who?
Jess Hooker.
No kidding. There's a good chance, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get It's a Wonderful Laugh and Back in 98, please?
Your address, please.
Those were classics.
Yes.
And
Really something.
yeah, I've been saying for quite some time that if you love a certain movie, you may want to buy it on a DVD. And I was reading an article last week underscoring that idea that a lot of the stuff that's streaming is going to get pulled.
Oh.
And some of it may get pulled permanently depending on its content. So if you got something you really like, you may want
They can't do that. Can
they can. So just saying.
Isn't that? You guys have bigger brains than I do. Isn't that close to censorship?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's absolutely sensitive. Yeah.
I don't want to rustle any ruffle any feathers, but
Yeah.
So anyway, now coming up today, Christy, you got anything interesting over there?
What do we have coming up today? We have an alligator in the news. We have a really cool chimpanzee story in the news. What do you think is more prevalent, marijuana use or alcohol use?
I would think alcohol use.
All right, we'll talk about that. And Florida Bigfoot conference coming.
Florida a conference. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh may be going on assignment.
Oh, there you
is
go.
that right?
Well, I'd heard Bigfoot is going to make the keynote there.
Oh, boy. It's about time. They got him.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Finally, he gets to be heard.
Do some Bigfoot jokes.
Yeah.
No, Josh,
I can't find any shoes that'll fit, stuff like that.
in the overnights, this arrived.
Yes.
After being sold by Josh years ago about the fresh, clean feeling of hairless nether regions, writes Dave
Hi, Dave.
in Dayton, Ohio, I've become a regular. getting what is referred to as the full baboon.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the full baboon?
That's when you get waxed in your buttocks and gluteal cleft and taintal area.
Taintal.
Yeah.
And also the front naughty.
Yeah. The baboon refers more to the backside because of the whole red ass thing. But but yes, he does. You can also get the.
This guy travels so he can use the same. This is a word I have trouble pronouncing. Esthetician.
Yeah.
As Josh.
Oh.
Then in all caps, thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. They do great work.
Huh.
By the way, he says everything is bald as a baby. It's helped with everything in the bedroom.
Okay, good. Good, yeah.
Well, Dave, we're happy to be of service.
Glad to hear it.
And you haven't done the waxing for a while, you said?
It has been a while, yeah. Yeah. It slowed up during the pandemic, obviously, and then I haven't gone back nearly as much, but I'm still taking care of things at home.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming involved, right?
There's a couple. Oh, I felt that one. Like that kind of thing.
Like Steve Carell and 40-Year-Old Virgin.
When
they wax him.
Great waxing scene, and I'm sure you've seen this movie, Bad Moms Christmas.
That's funny.
Oh, it's funny. It's a good scene.
And the Steve Carell one, that was real.
Yes.
Yeah.
He insisted on doing it for real. Yeah, they didn't have to set up any sort of makeup or anything or special effect. That's him getting waxed.
And that's him screaming in agony. In any event, thank you, Dave. Not for everyone, certainly. I won't be participating.
you don't have to, yeah.
Well, but
That's
you
because, go ahead, Chick.
not only are you fair featured, you have very light blonde hair originally.
Yeah.
But you don't impress me as a very hairy guy.
Not particularly.
Plus, you didn't get your pubes till really late in life, so they're all treasured.
Yeah, Piggy.
Precisely.
Piggy.
Thank you, Christy Lee.
Didn't they call you Piglet in the shower? Piglet, Piggy,
Oh, yeah.
Piglet.
Hey, that one guy's dead. He deserves to die.
Hey, we have piglets in the news today.
Don't you think that everyone has that person?
Yes.
That bully.
Yes.
And when they heard about them passing away, they kind of quietly went, "It's about time."
Yeah. You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead. I don't have to because he's dead.
Yeah.
That'll teach him. Well, now we have also some interesting news in the world of sports. A couple of cool world records.
Oh, yes,
A
we
great one from David Rush I'm very excited about.
Okay.
And
Giving you a lot of leeway because you got me a gift. Thank you very
Okay.
much. And let me tell you about Raycon. You can buy these as a gift. You've heard us talking about Raycon's everyday earbuds before and thought, wait, chick, the same audio quality I expect from the big guys, but at half the price? Sounds pretty good. You're exactly right, nameless listener. If you've been wanting to check out Raycons, now is the time. They just launched their upgraded model, the best-selling everyday earbuds. Now you also get active noise cancellation, ergonomic design to fit the widest range of ears, and multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with two devices at once. Two devices at once. Plus, weatherproof and sweat resistant. Available in a variety of vibrant new colors like blush, violet, forest green, royal, blue. And of course, Raycons has the 30-day happiness guarantee. So what indeed are you waiting for? Go to buyraycon.com/Tom right now and get 20% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tom.
got something we're going to teach you about this morning that I had not heard about before. Malort.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Malort?
Yeah, it's apparently a just disgusting liqueur.
A city in Minnesota?
And it's in the news. No,
Malort?
it's a brew in Chicago.
Yeah.
We'll be finding out about that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
Well, Dan Weldon was the Lionheart was the 2005 and 2011 Indy 500 winner, and he was just such a personable person. And one of my favorite moments was after the 2005 500. In 2006, we come back, and I remember interviewing him and him talking about the effect of going back to his hometown in Emberton, England, and the reaction that he got being the Indy 500 champion, and how how much that meant to him. I could tell when Juan Pablo Montoya, I don't mean to any disrespect, but when he won the race in 2000, I don't think he realized what he had done. It didn't mean that big a deal to him. And when he won in 15, I think it did. But in 2000, I don't think it meant that much to him. But to see Weldon's passion and to see him with his kids when they were very, very little in the garage area, and just his confidence in August, after he won the race in May of 11, and then in August, they had announced that big race that they were going to do in Vegas in October. And this was August, and he was back doing PR for that event during the Brickyard. And I saw him in the media center. I did a last interview with him, about does it ever get old? Oh, no, it doesn't get old winning the Indy 500 and how important it was to him. But just his passion, how deep he felt about that. Mark Dismore, who was an IndyCar driver, owns a Newcastle Motorsports Park out in Newcastle, Indiana. It's an outdoor, it's like a European karting track and facility. And Weldon had a kart out there and was out there all the time running. And just, here's a two-time Indy winner just hanging out, running his go-kart, his shifter kart, but he just loved it. And he just loved being a part of it. And when you see the stuff of him pouring the milk on himself and laying on the bricks, and his passion just shone through, and his love and his realization of what that place meant, and just carrying that mantle as an Indy 500 champion everywhere he went.
Hey guys, Santino Ferrucci here, driving at the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing Homes for Troops Chevrolet. We're here at the Indianapolis 500. We just want to give a shout out to Homes for Troops. They build custom housing for veterans that have fought, that have disabilities, and they pay for the whole house. They pay for all the monthly expenses. They really take care of our troops when they come back from fighting overseas. So it is a fantastic organization, one of the best you can donate to.
People were taking the chicken from Chick-fil-A and putting it on Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Wait.
Josh, what do you say?
Josh is leaving right now.
Josh is leaving.
Okay, let's go. Come on. All right. You got the biscuits? Greatest day of my life.
Possible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that,
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
Coffee. More coffee.
Go away.
Need some coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Comedian Matt Weinhold is here with us.
I think that you should avoid all sort of living with anyone. Even if you're married, don't live with them, because that'll mess it up. That's what messes it up. Because, remember, when you're dating, it's so great, it's so fun. You go on these dates, and you go and you get coffee, and you see movies, and you talk, and you have this wonderful sex, and it's, I love you, and I love you. And then you go home, and I love my cable, and I love my refrigerator. I love my life. And then they move in, and then they're right in your face. Hi, we live together now. Hi. What are you doing? What are you thinking? How about now? Or now? How about now? That was yesterday. What about now? Where are you going? What are you doing? Who was that called?
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control more.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. It's the radio show. We're about to do our somewhat new feature. Well, our moved feature, I guess.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, because I hope
I almost
move
forgot.
you. Yes.
Reviewing many of the things we learned on yesterday's show, and it was a very educational program.
Things we learned on yesterday's show brought to you by Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For a limited time only at Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number Wicked Smart Bed. We started yesterday's show with Dancing in a Man by the Rodney Carrington.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little story there. Maybe they could make a movie out of that. That's how they could meet cute. Rodney would meet the man.
In the video of that, I want to say it's Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It sure is. You're right. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous red hair. Chick and Christy, neither of us received a telegram ever. We've not received, but Ace Cosby did receive one. I forget now why.
Night of my first concert.
Oh, that's right. It was a very nice message.
And of course, Tom has received many, many.
No, I've received one.
One telegram.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's.
And Western Union's still in business because there was a big sign on the floor at the grocery store that I noticed yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it on the door.
Yeah.
No kidding?
You can wire money. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not getting telegrams, but
Your telegrams are over. Stop.
yes, stop.
Yeah, I think I have the telegram somewhere that I received.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
But I'll have to.
That's cool.
Yeah,
was it like you were? Oh no, you said it was very pretentious.
Well, I just
Telegram you received.
too self-serving to explain what it was.
You congratulated on your buying a chalet and
No.
Paris or something.
It was about a charitable thing we did.
As much as I like Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt to a lesser extent, but certainly I adore her very much, I did not care for the Fall Guy. I liked Argyle better than the Fall Guy.
That says a lot.
Take that.
And they both stink.
They're in both, yeah. Josh said yesterday, he throws out little nuggets that you can hang your various hats on. He said, be gentle with your heroes.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
This happened because this is a true story. We were at a signing party, one of the CDs, and a gentleman thought it would be funny if he reached over the table, shook my hand, and then didn't let go and tried to pull me across the table to him.
Whoa.
And he almost succeeded.
That's comedy.
Not coincidentally, my shoulder, have you seen me? Every now and then, my right shoulder acts up, and it's from that incident. Tom loves Crisscross, and specifically the song Jump.
No, I don't particularly care for it. I just was wondering if
Mac Daddy and Daddy Mac.
if that fad had gone away.
Oh, the dressing with your pants on backwards?
They had their pants on backwards. And I did not realize one of them is now deceased. I'm sorry to hear that.
You piss your pants once and you go back to facing forward, don't you?
Boy, there's nothing.
Oh, yeah, I would be.
They wouldn't be comfortable, aren't
Hey, no, they're not made.
the way pants are designed.
It wasn't
would
about
not
comfort,
think.
though. It's about looking cool.
For someone like me I don't really have a behind. If I do have a behind, I have to get those little squishy pads that you put in so you can
booty pops.
make you look like you have a butt. Falsies for your butt, basically.
See, do you think we should have everybody in here wear their pants backwards one day and not say anything and wait for a guest to come in and see if they notice it?
It's not that big of a deal for a woman. In fact, there are some pants that do have the zipper all the way up the back.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, those pants that have a zipper up the back.
Yeah, pretty hot.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the Sodomigos?
Yeah. Just comes over and you unzip the pants. Just
Handy for
Hey, you're working.
handy for a quickie in the car.
Unzip them right.
Handy for a handy, I guess.
So all this conversation led to the fact he shared this before, but it bears repeating. Josh's penis has a bruise of his thumbprint on it.
Yeah. So that you would be able to recognize it.
As it explains here, because he's always masturbating his junk.
Maybe you shouldn't.
We don't really need to have the
Maybe you should
explanation.
use
context.
so much pressure.
Yeah, you're right. I should go easy on myself. Again,
it's like a diamond.
I should be gentle with my hero.
Yes.
There you go. And what was it? You dropped the name of some kind of antidepressant or something the other day that causes extensive time issues.
Oh, yeah, he's at SSRI, yeah.
What does that mean, SSRI?
Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
Oh, Jesus.
Boy,
It's the alternate spelling of Mississippi.
I see. And that causes, what is it now?
Delayed reaction.
A delayed reaction in that area.
For me, sure, yeah. That is a common side effect, yeah. Yeah.
Everything works fine. It just takes more time.
It absolutely takes a longer time, yeah.
I'm not on anything now. Lord knows, maybe I should be. I have to look into that and make a note here. But when I first went on Prozac, no problems at all. And then after about a year, you switch because something maybe. And I went on Wellbutrin, and you could get on the train, Tom, but you're not getting your ticket. No way. Good luck, pal.
Yeah,
that
it's pretty
has to
amazing.
be frustrating.
Pack a lunch.
It is frustrating for everyone involved.
I bet.
Yeah. And also for me, I just sat in the corner and cried.
Oh.
That seemed to me to be the opposite of an antidepressant.
Yeah. Really.
Is that also, what is it? Is it SS? How many S's are there?
2, SSRI.
SSRI, okay,
Yeah.
great.
They're for your depressions, your anxieties.
What does it stand for?
Yeah.
Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
Right. So there's no U in there.
Okay.
They thought that was one too many.
So it's re-upping it, but inhibiting it.
That's exactly right.
So it's the up-down.
It's
I don't understand.
It's an up-down.
I don't understand.
Do they have synthetic serotonin out there?
That's kind of what these are in a way. Well, not really. I don't know.
When they start making that and distribute,
wasn't there an over-the-counter thing called Serotan?
I remember
the commercial, and it was "It's nature's."
Was it a laxative?
I think so.
I see a lady stirring with a spoon.
I just remember the announcer going, "It's nature's," spelled backwards. And spelling backwards wouldn't that be a great way to do a lot of other things? Cuff. It's
It's not just a.
When it's that time of the month, give her Tanuk.
That's right. Do all.
That Serotan was a laxative, yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that has to be such a Madison Avenue thing. Well, what are we going to call it? Okay, Johnson, what do you say? Megaflow? No, that's disgusting.
yeah. Sluice juice? No.
We tried sphincter blast. That was too serious.
What rhymes with which? Oh, well, no.
Yeah, use that one. How about nature's backwards? Perfect.
Pat Godwin was not here yesterday.
No,
he was still dealing with a little bit under the weather.
Yes, sir.
You look okay, but you look like not 100%. I can tell.
Like I've been through a prize fight or something.
Yeah, with Tyson, maybe. Christy looks online at real estate every day. She finds it relaxing and makes her hot.
Now, the importance of that is that was an interesting news story
about dream scrolling.
They call it dream scrolling, and how a lot of people spend hours every day.
It was like 2.5 hours. I don't spend that kind of time, but.
And the idea is they're looking for
things they really can't afford or would like to have.
Their dreams, dream houses and.
Sure.
I don't really do that. But the number one thing,
in your dream house.
The number one thing they so-called dream scroll for is clothing, shoes, and accessories, plus home decor. So people will sit there, and this is apparently primarily done with people that have office jobs.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was online.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. So in other words, you're sitting at work and you're bored, so all of a sudden you're looking at a new couch for an hour.
God.
And I believe we...
This Josh, really pisses you off, doesn't it?
I mean...
You don't do it. I don't do it. It's not something I wouldn't sit around looking for anything.
I don't think... You never look online for something like that. I'm sure you do.
The other day I was looking for a gift for someone. Actually, but I'm not going to sit there and go, hey, I wonder what kind of shoes I'm going to get and spend an hour looking at shoes online. not to suggest that that'd be something you would do.
No.
This is just a reminder that most people could do their jobs in 20 hours a week.
Oh,
easily.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
If they would cut out, get rid of meetings.
Yes.
And,
That's what we were.
But they just, I know, but we're working, we really are working the full 4 hours.
You're right.
It's just,
We just sit here until blood comes out of our forehead. And that's a good morning.
And then I believe the joke I made was something like, Josh doesn't do any dream scrolling unless you count hanging out of the Pizza Hut app.
Oh, yeah, you did
Which
say
really
that.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And didn't get the laugh it deserved.
I think it got exactly.
I played along. I don't know what you.
There's also a thing I think people do. I don't know. It would be like doomsday scrolling.
Plenty of that.
You know, they've got it in their head that the world's going to end, and they look for fellow paranoids to.
That would be horrible.
But no, I think there are people that do that every day. They want to find people that agree with them about whatever fanatical politics they have.
Look up, if you don't have anything to worry about today, look up the caldera underneath Yellowstone National Park.
That will scare the hell out of you.
What's
Good
that?
luck with that. It's going to explode.
All you need to know is that
as I'm talking, it could have exploded.
This is the worst part about it.
Yeah.
It's way overdue.
Way overdue.
Like on whatever cycle that's on.
Yeah.
It's a volcano?
And it's going to cover the western third of the United States with about a foot of ash.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a real problem.
Uh-oh.
And the sun's going to go dark for a while. Other than that.
Okay.
Let's just pray nuclear war occurs before.
Yeah.
Caldera?
Caldera. It's a, I don't know how, I need to look into this. How big the boiling pot of magma.
This is supposed to be a happy place. We're supposed to make people get excited
Caldera
about getting
sounds
up
like,
in the days.
That also sounds like a laxative.
Yeah, it does.
I was using Seritan.
That would make a
Then I
great.
switched to Caldera, and I'll tell you what, that volcano erupted.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The bubbling and then caldera.
They should call it they should call it baboon ass.
Baboon ass. I am looking to add an in-ground pool over there at the compound.
Nice.
As soon as I
Indoor or outdoor?
I think both. I'd like to wake up, jump in the pool, and then swim outdoors.
Those are so great. I've never done it. I've only seen them in like TV shows. And stuff.
I'm going to
When
put
he's dream scrolling.
I'm going to put a chip in my chest so I don't have to worry about a closer or opener for the access to outside.
Yes.
Ooh, just swim.
That's actually not too far away.
Oh, have a chip in your chest?
Yeah.
Sure.
To open the door.
Yep.
Nothing can go wrong
Invest
now.
in silver.
And if you don't remember anything from yesterday's show, please remember this. Christy got into a fight with a bird yesterday.
Yeah.
And apparently it was
Mama Bird was pissed.
It was awful.
You were blocking the nest.
I wasn't blocking it. Well, kind of. She could have flown around me. It's not like I was sitting on
Evidently,
top of
this
it.
bird had the audacity to make a nest in your geranium.
Yes.
We also learned, fellas, this is important. Microplastics are showing up in your testicles, according to the University of New Mexico. And worldwide, sperm counts are plummeting. And this may be part of the problem.
Isn't it down like tens of millions of sperm?
Yeah,
way down.
On average.
Yeah,
So, fellas, good news. If you're in your teens, you know, it is sort of prom season. Don't worry about that condom. Your sperm count's way down.
That's a good idea.
Well, I mean, use your back. But still, the odds that... We met a new character yesterday. You guys remember this?
Who?
Jumbo Frank.
Oh, yeah.
From Omaha Steaks.
I was proud to be here, and perhaps you'll hear from me again.
It's Josh as Jumbo Frank.
Not to be confused with our other talking hot dog, Coney Danza.
Oh, yeah.
Jumbo Frank's a plumper, larger hot dog. Am I correct?
Yes. And far less puns. I'm very serious.
And remember, Father's Day is July 9th.
It's June 16th.
Josh would like to be invited to the Met Gala so he can defecate on the red carpet.
Oh, okay. I'm glad, because I forgot. I said some things off the air about it, too. That
Yeah, I know.
I was afraid.
And
yes. And then you mentioned perhaps that would be mistaken as some sort of wonderful art piece.
Yes.
And then everybody
And
would.
away we go.
Thus proving that the whole thing is a sham.
But there was also a dog version of that over the weekend.
The pet gala.
It's a benefit for this museum, which is great. But here's some of it. They had Daffodili, the Pomeranian, dressed as Jennifer Lopez. Kimba, the Chihuahua, dressed as Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Who's Zendaya?
She's in one of the Guardians movies, isn't she?
Probably one. Yeah, she's in all the movie
all of the
Challengers.
Guardians movies.
Euphoria,
Beautiful,
Dunes,
beautiful woman.
Challengers,
Young,
exotic,
very.
But if the dogs look completely ridiculous. They've got these exotic outfits on.
So the Met Gala is a benefit for the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Correct.
Do they charge admission?
I don't
Yes.
think. To the invited guests, I don't think so.
No, I mean to the
they-
museum on a
Oh no, you have to pay to go, even if you're
If I were to go to
invited.
today, it would cost me like $15 to get in.
Yeah.
Well, it's a ticket.
And they
if
don't
you're
need this
invited.
benefit.
Sure they do.
Run a good business where the admission pays for your overhead.
They want to have some fun, show off some weird costumes.
Don't you dare pretend you're defending this.
Well, they have to have management.
Did you see the dog costumes?
I did, yeah. I didn't.
Have
Remember,
you
I didn't care for them.
Have you seen the golden doodles that they shave like a lion?
Yes.
It's hilarious.
I worry for the dog. The dogs don't want any of that.
Oh no, the dogs don't know.
But
And the dogs are just as happy.
they have the dog that is supposed to look like Jennifer Lopez, and the dog that looks like whatever her name is, Zendagua.
Leave those dogs alone.
Zendaya.
And did you see they shaved the Irish setter to look like Sinead O'Connor?
Oh boy, that's
He's dead. It's my fault. Okay.
$30.
Nothing compares to breathing.
$30
Her
to
new
get
hit.
to the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
$30.
Yep.
Yeah.
See some of the finest art in the world not worth $30 to you?
No. That's fine, but don't throw this fake gala.
Well, how does this affect you? You're not paying $10,000
Because I have
a
to
ticket.
hear about it.
By the way, if you saw it, you'd pronounce it gala.
You guys remember that I had a golden doodle named Emmy, and it wasn't my idea to have it groomed, but someone decided we need to cut her hair very short, and she ended up looking like Nicole Richie. Remember? Just like a bony skeleton. It was
well,
no good,
for hot weather, maybe you want to cut them back a little bit.
No, that's a shame.
A couple more items from yesterday's show. Tom claims he got locked out of the Frigamall building yesterday morning.
It was true.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, I opened the door for him, yeah.
Is that true?
And I asked Christy, should I open the door for Tom? She said no, and I did it anyway.
I didn't have my thing with me to get back in.
Your phone?
Yes.
Are you to the point yet where you don't have to take your phone out? You just walk up to the door and it unlocks? No. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Well, I don't have that kind of time. I don't want to wait around.
It doesn't work that way for me. I have to get it out and shake it.
Open it up.
In fact, I have to open the app now.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to open the app.
Yeah, we sure do.
And
it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
and
can we have our
It takes like 2
fobs back?
seconds.
And that app is so intrusive. They're always asking me questions, and if I want to go to the whatever the next level, and I just want to open the door, okay?
And yesterday's show was talk about controversy. Josh is against marinade. And
again.
We had day 2 of that, yeah.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Pat may not have been aware.
I'm not aware.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't like
Pat.
Nope, there won't. For one simple reason.
If you know how to grill, you don't need a marinade.
That's right.
Cook your meat right.
It'll be juicy and
I'm kind of with you on this one.
Pat,
great taste.
some people are kind of with me on this. Others are so mad. And I think Allie Breen pointed out it's because I say things like, well, learn how to grill.
But we also know
People
that
get very sensitive about that.
Allie Breen can't cook, and it's not much of a surprise.
You're not anti-seasoning, though, right?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we'll review other things that we did on yesterday's show. Plus, we have more coming on today's show. But right now, we have Chick McGee across the way.
And I'm looking at Josh Arnold.
Oh.
Hopefully, he's going to be telling me about Omaha Steaks.
You know I am.
Oh.
Father's Day right around the corner.
Yes, Daddy.
Give Pop, and that's appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a gift that's guaranteed to take him to his happy place. A place where there's steak. That's right, Omaha Steaks. A world-class dad deserves a world-class steak. Boy, I'm surrounded by world-class dads in here. Tom, Pat, Chick,
that's
Jason,
right.
Jeff Oskey over there.
Oh, yeah.
Ace is...
Mark Allison in the
Ace
back.
that he doesn't know
we
about.
don't know.
Yeah,
I saw those kids he
maybe.
doesn't know about. One of the Jackson 5 is Aces.
Isn't that something?
He likes to keep it on the down low, though.
Well, the Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy
It's
for
Tito.
all
Go
of
ahead.
you with hand-selected gift packages starting at just $89. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. That's going to get you an additional discount when you shop all the wonderful gourmet gift packages they have for Father's Day. Pick from premium proteins like the juicy pork chops, air-chilled chicken, and beefy burgers. Don't forget those Jumbo Franks. Well, I'm glad you said so. No, we don't have time for this, Frank. Your dad is guaranteed to love every bite. Well, I'll just go to my car. Yeah, you do that. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS to get exclusive savings. Shop for unforgettable gifts guaranteed to make old Dad's day. Because if there's one thing Omaha Steaks knows, it's that dads want steak. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code BTS at checkout. You're going to save on exclusive packages starting at just $89.
Oh, thank you very much. I was hoping we'd hear from Jumbo.
Well, he interrupted. But,
okay, well, maybe he'll be here later. Well, speaking of Jumbo Franks coming up, we have giant beef in the news. And also we have a special health food update and a disastrous trip to Italy and marijuana versus booze coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888.
Hey guys, Jess Hooker here from the Bob and Tom Show. Looks like the weather's going to hold out, and I am going to do the IndyCar two-seater experience. A little nervous, but I think I'll be okay. I've been coming to the race since I was about 5, so this is a dream come true. I'm ready to get in one of these cars. I just don't know if they're going to let me go ahead and drive one. Do you think if I asked to let me sit in front? Maybe? Here we go. The nerves are setting in. I'm just waiting for the excitement to trump the nerves. All right. Down and forward. Got it. Forward.
Keep going. All the way down.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
we're in here.
You don't have to hold on to anything. The car will hold on to you.
Mentally, it feels like maybe there should be a handle somewhere. Maybe like one of those Fisher-Price car wheels. That'd be cool. Steering wheel.
I thought about putting a horn in there so you can honk at the driver and make it faster or whatever.
What's your name?
Jeremy.
Okay, hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
Just like to know who's making me safe. I'm not sure if it's sweat from nerves. I probably should have emptied my bladder. There's a lot of things going through my head right now. I love my family. Holy hell, it's running, guys. This ain't no game. Holy But I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. I can't believe that I'm here, that I was on the track, that I got to do this today. This is just like a dream come true. for anybody who loves IndyCar, but especially a girl that's been raised here in Indianapolis. It comes out here every year, my entire life since I was 4 years old. I'm still in shock. But you cross over those bricks and you see the pagoda coming out of turn 4, and I don't know what I could compare it to. Holy hell, dude. Beautiful.
Hi, this is Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
This woman is listening to the Bob and Tom Morning Show on Q95.
That's disgusting. Why, nothing could be worse than that. Well, I stand corrected.
The Bob and Tom Morning Show on Q95. Get up and get it on.
These are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Why do you have to get drunk to be an ass? Why do you have to get tight before you get loose? Why do you need a double before you get into trouble? Can't you get into trouble without an excuse? You want to get up and get out and get free and get crazy, but why do you have to start by getting stoned? 'Cause Pat, you don't have to get drunk to be an ass. You can be an ass on your own.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hi, who's this?
We'll go with Kevin.
Okay, Kevin.
All right, Kevin.
We'll accept that.
About a month and a half ago, I walked in. My fiance walked in and found me looking at some adult entertainment on the laptop.
Yep.
I picked up the laptop and chucked it at me. Ooh. My cat-like reflexes, I moved. A brand new flat screen TV took it right through the middle of it.
Oh, man. Wow, I guess there's no more solo work by... wow.
Well, yeah. Well, I should just take it in the face, because then I could at least watch the DVDs I had.
But through broken eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, take it. Yeah.
It's easier to replace the TV than it is your face.
A broken nose will heal. But you could never find another flat screen TV. They quit making them, right?
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
I'll tell you later. Thanks, Chick.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Oh, man, we're right in the start of a big-time sportscast, Tom. We've got a fun fact on today's date.
But first, you guys were talking about SSRIs. What is this now?
Yeah, medications.
Medications for various...
Sure, yeah.
Anxiety.
Got this letter. Dear Bob and Tom, they raised the price of my antidepressant, which was kind of a bummer. Thank you.
Oh, I get it.
See what's happening there, you see. By definition. Sorry.
I always, that's what, anytime I see a television commercial for an anxiety or depression med, I'm like, well, my copay's going up an hour. They did some new animation. Damn it.
We were talking about yesterday's show. We had that great story about the guy. The police were pursuing this guy, and they found him inside a dryer. And they had to pull him out, quote, one limb at a time.
He was so cramped in there.
And
have you heard about this story?
Wait a second, but I think Christy pointed out that they found him in-tied to the dryer. What was it again?
No, I did not say that.
No.
You had since the joke didn't work, he attributed it to you.
You're gonna blame me. Christy says jokes.
You had a better one.
No, I did. You had a clinker.
What was yours?
And I said you've got to do something about the in-tied or out-tied. You can't just...
Oh, that's right.
Listen,
didn't you have a bounce joke?
Oh, yeah.
All
I
right.
said I did say it would be
We
better
cannot
if you used
let this
vowels.
segment turn into this. This is where we run into trouble.
I only got
You tell him to shut
I
up,
wanted
Tom.
you to
This
read
is
the story
fine.
because it has the word
Fugitive.
the fugitive in it, starring David Jansen, of course.
Well, the fact that he was folded up in a dryer, he's got to be a small guy.
I think so.
I couldn't get in my
And
dryer.
then we found out that at Christie's trailer park as a kid, they used to climb in the dryer and go for rides.
Yeah, we did.
Back on this date in 1976.
We're doing that already?
No
Give or
heat, by
take
the
a
way.
week. Hang on. The New York Times, and I've checked it 3 different times. This actually happened. Reds shortstop at the time in 1976, Dave Concepcion, that's right, was so desperate to snap a hitting slump that he climbed into an industrial clothes dryer in the visiting clubhouse at Wrigley Field. As he got into the dryer, he said, maybe this will get me all hot.
How silly.
Teammate Pat Zachary at the time couldn't resist, tapped the switch, pretending to turn it on. Apparently, however, he did hit it hard enough to make the thing start rotating. It smoked. Sparks came out. Concepcion did spin for just a bit inside. And
There you go.
by the way, Concepcion that day went 4 for 5.
That's awesome.
And
Immaculate.
now you know.
That was his nickname, you know.
The Immaculate Concepcion.
Immaculate Concepcion.
I don't think it was, but man, it sure should have been.
I'm not aware of the guy.
It's problematic.
Sure should have. 4 for 5, Tom, after riding in the dryer.
Would you want to do Today in History now since I'm not going to be here for the segment?
Oh, that's a good angle. Yeah, you're taking the last hour off because you can, right?
Yeah, I'm going to my little girl's graduation from 5th grade.
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
Can't miss that.
it is very sweet.
Or it didn't happen. Pictures.
Okay.
Send them out.
Well, what we can do Today in History a little bit later on, because we haven't finished yesterday's show yet.
I thought we did. I think we did. Yeah, we did.
You didn't do any of the cool moose death stories?
I don't
You
think
know, a guy got killed taking pictures of a moose.
because he
That's
was trying to
terrible.
take pictures of moose babies.
Babies, yeah,
And Mama
two
Moose
calves.
got upset.
Well, of course
Yeah.
she did. So this should be a lesson to you. All those people who want to get selfies
You guys like
around
chocolate
animals.
mousse? You like chocolate mousse?
I do.
love that
I
shit.
love
I
chocolate
don't
mousse.
care for chocolate.
What is the difference between a chocolate mousse and a pudding?
It's lighter.
Fluffier.
A lot
That's it?
lighter.
I'll say it's richer, though.
You know something,
I
Judge?
don't like
You
it.
should not be a food critic.
I shouldn't.
No.
I don't like loftier foods.
Flavor.
I love flavor. But
Anything subtle or
I think a bowl of pudding is better than chocolate mousse.
A bowl of some of that pudding that you get in the grocery store in those little snack packs.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
You keep them in the refrigerator. Damn right.
And that's what it's better.
really, and like a little custard's as good as creme brulee.
Watch this. If
I do love custard.
nothing makes Josh more upset. You know what my favorite flavor of pudding is?
What's that?
Butterscotch.
I didn't realize you were 109.
There he goes.
And that leads to, by the way,
For a little surprise, I put a Werther's at the bottom. Oh, yeah.
a little Tomspeak.
Okay.
This is a great one. I love Tomspeak from kids.
Yes.
This comes to us from Caitlin. She writes, when my son was little, he would always call the butter knife the peanut butter saw.
Bravo.
That's very good.
Makes sense. Smart kid. Thank you very much, Caitlin. We certainly appreciate it. Now, what's coming up?
We had an NBA playoff game last night. First game in the Western Conference. I'll give you a hint. Dallas won. We'll check in with LeBron James. He a new record for him last night. And also LeBron and Charles Barkley weighed in on the Caitlin Clark situation. And I'll tell you what it's all about when we come back. And in the NHL playoffs, Sergei Budinsky stopped 23 shots. That may or may not be his name. And Matthew Tkachuk had an assist, and the Panthers beat the Rangers 3-0 last night. That's game 1 of their series. And more sports coming up, including Rick Tocchet.
Did Vladimir Chiching play in the game yesterday?
Vladimir
Chiching? He's a mixed heritage.
We're going to talk about Luka when we come back.
Chinese Bulgarian.
I live on the second
I love this song.
I like Suzanne Vega.
No,
That's a great song.
Yeah.
You know, she has an aluminum plate in her head.
Oh, she
Is that
does
right?
not.
Because Vegas had aluminum.
Wow, that's a stretch. That'll be so far the most obscure reference.
People out there who had anything to do with building Vegas are lost.
Okay, thank you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com.
Hey, everybody, this is Tom from the Bob and Tom Show to tell you about a great cause to help support our veterans.
The number 14 ABC Supply Team Chevy will be repping homes for our troops in the Indianapolis 500.
During the month of May, ABC Supply will match donations made to homes for our troops up to $1 million to build more specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans.
To learn more and donate, visit bobandtom.com/HFOT by clicking the link below.
It's a tradition. I mean, this will be the 107th running. It's the biggest race in the world. 300. It's the largest one-day sporting event in the world. With the largest crowd. I mean, they don't release figures, but it's over 300, probably closer to 350. Probably at one point it was over 400,000 when they let a lot more people in the infield. But nevertheless, it's easily over 300,000 people one day. It's just an event. It happens on Memorial Day. It's to help celebrate our veterans and our freedom and to commemorate that. The listening to it, you can listen to it on the radio, which is fabulous. You can watch it on television, which really does. Television really doesn't do any event, especially Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Indy 500, 2.5 miles. It can't do it justice. It does the best it can, but being there for those pre-race ceremonies, you just can't describe it. I know I've so many people that have gone for the first time, and it's like, wow. I've watched it on the radio. I've watched it for years. I've listened to it on the radio for years. But being here with all these people and all this energy and all this going on, and just how fast they are. Television cannot capture how fast these cars are. I mean, running, there's no fenders. Rubbing ain't racing in IndyCar. Rubbing is you go over a tire and you go flipping through the air. So I think what makes it as important is tradition and how long it's just been around, and that it is a piece of Americana that is unique to Indianapolis, and I think unique in the matter of all the different people and the time of day, the time of year, and the people that it celebrates.
Our house band today, the Black Moods.
Smack Tom, Smack Tom. It's time now to smack Tom. He's been running his mouth again. He's been pissing us off again. Smack Tom, Smack Tom, Smack Tom.
I'll handle the lyrics.
And we smack Tom.
If I would have written it down, it would have been live.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I could never figure this out. They're telling me it's a crime for me to forget to fasten my own seatbelt. And yet every other block, we got a fast food drive-through restaurant with some idiot pulling out with a 16-ounce Coke squeezed in between his legs, a Big Mac sandwich in his fingertips, steering with his wrist, an order of fries wedged between this leg and the console, eating, drinking, slurping, steering with the other knee, and that's perfectly okay if this guy buckles up. And until you see a man pour a piping hot cup of coffee in his crotch at 40 miles an hour, you have no idea the maneuverability of an automobile.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah.
Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
No. Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
let it snow.
If you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait. You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac.
Was that a shush or a shut up?
Shush.
Close to something else. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
He's over there all hopped up on antibiotics. And,
Yes, I am.
Anti-vomiting medicine.
Oh, did they give you the meds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Ace Cosby's there. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Tom.
Now, we have a lot to get to, but first, you guys were talking about, Josh, you take an SSRI.
I do.
You explained to me, and I was not aware of this. It's
Yeah, for me, it's for panic disorder, but it's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
That sounds very serious.
Yeah, they work. I mean, for they're if they're right for you, great. Yeah.
You know what my dad always used to say?
What?
No dope, no hope.
Well, we have something.
That get him the Pulitzer?
And he said that
Nobel.
55 years ago.
Now, Pat, you're waving your arm. You got a song about antidepressants?
Oh.
I do. I spent some time on them, and I wrote a song called "Depressed" when I was going through a breakup.
Oh.
So I tried them out. The critics on this particular song said I sound a little too Dylan-esque. I don't see that. But
Okay.
I'll be
All right.
I'm glad to do it for you. I felt sorry for myself. I was so depressed. And I used to eat too much late at night, anxious and stressed. And I drank a lot, shot after shot. Oh, I was so depressed. I was puffy and hungover. I needed a little hair of the dog. I was such a shaky mess. And speaking of hair, let's face it, my hairline had recessed. I was bald, fat, and drunk, and I'd sunk so low, I was depressed. Then my wife left me. She said I was just too gloomy, and I had to pay the alimony, or she was gonna sue me. I was broke, bald, fat, drunk, and all alone. I picked up a phone and called a therapist. They put me on Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Wellbutrin, and Xanax. Then they told me there might be some sexual side effects. Now I'm impotent, broke, bald, fat, and all alone. 50 years old, living in the basement of my mama's home. Like a complete unknown. It's no wonder I'm so depressed.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
He's depressed. He is depressed.
Yeah, a little bit of the old ED, huh?
Impotent.
Yeah, that's scary.
That'll bum you out.
Now, the time now to switch gears and check in with the sports desk.
Yes, let's do it. Last night, Luka Doncic had 15 of his 33 in the fourth quarter. Dallas Mavericks 108-105 winners over the Timberwolves in Game 1.
Oh, there's a Timberwolf there.
There's a Timberwolf right now in the Western Conference Finals. Kyrie had 24 of his 30 in the first half. Let's see. And Game 1 tonight, Game 2 tonight between the Celtics and the Pacers from Madison Square Garden. New York won the first one. Boston, did I say the Knicks? I can't get those jerks out of my head. And LeBron James is now the youngest and oldest player to make an All-NBA team.
Really?
It's that Luka and SGA from Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They're going to get the bag for being named All-NBA. They have bonuses kick in their contracts. Giannis also on the team, and Boston's Jason Tatum, New York's Jalen Brunson, and Minnesota's Anthony Edwards, Phoenix's Kevin Durant, and Clippers' Kawhi Leonard, and James's teammate Anthony Davis on the second team. And last night in the WNBA, Jewel Lloyd scored 21 of her 32 in the first half. Sammy Whitcomb scored all 10 of her points in the fourth. And the Storm.
I love the name Sam for a girl. Love it.
SAMI is how they got it. I like Charlie.
I love that too.
I have a great niece named Charlie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Morning,
Have
Charlie.
they told you that kid's mine yet? Yeah, we'll ease you into it.
Boy, Danielle, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
They held off rookie Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever 85-83 last night.
Close one.
More and more with every day passing, there are some WNBA players and others who are criticizing Caitlin Clark for all the attention she's getting. And LeBron James goes on a podcast with J.J. Redick, who may or may not be the next head coach of the Lakers. And LeBron was saying, don't do this. Give her a break. It's obviously an amazing opportunity for the WNBA. And Charles Barkley also weighed in last night on TNT about Caitlin Clark.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters. The money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes.
Don't be petty like men.
Plus,
funny.
She's not in control of the amount of attention she gets.
That's right.
That's true. Not fair.
She didn't ask for it.
No, very good. Trying to play a game. NHL last night. Sergei Budinsky stopped 23 shots for his first shutout of the postseason, and Matthew Tkachuk had a goal and an assist in the best NHL
How did Vladimir
ever.
Chiching do?
And Florida Panthers beat the Rangers
Russo-Chinese
in Game 1. 3-0. Let's see. Peyton Manning says he has no desire to leave broadcasting with brother Eli and head to the executive suite of the NFL franchise. Any NFL franchise.
Yeah, why would he?
Manning says he gets his football fix during the Manning Cast broadcast of Monday Night Football games with his little brother. Manning received an award Wednesday night honoring his work in the Denver community.
Good work.
Head of the event, he was asked if he would ever want to get into NFL ownership, because reporters are all, reporting. He said he'd rather stick with his live cast. He's having a great time with his brother Eli. And he also won his second Sports Emmy award this week. So
oh, no kidding.
All right. Congratulations to Peyton.
I know you guys are all friends with him. How about an introduction to old J.A.? I'd like to meet him.
Who's that?
He's Peyton Manning.
Oh, Josh Arnold.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's nothing weirder than walking down the hallway and Peyton Manning's coming towards you.
I would
and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, hey, chick." And you walk by. Yeah, hey, Peyton.
Man, I saw him recently. I had a picture taken with him. First of all, he looks like a cardboard cutout. I swear it's really him. And you forget how tall that guy is.
Yeah. I think he's getting taller.
I think you're right.
I think he might be close to 6'7".
I might be shrinking, but man.
The NFL says, and this is a story that Tom's so proud of. Tom has been a champion in this story for so long.
Okay.
And finally,
Can I guess what this is?
Even this season, it might be coming true, yes.
They're going to get rid of the chain gang.
Yes and no.
What?
The NFL says
You've
it will.
been complaining about it.
No,
for
but
years.
they're going to the chain gang will be there for visual.
That's the sound of a man
working on the chain. Gang.
They'll be spotting the ball electronically.
NFL says they'll test a tracking system for line to gain rulings this preseason. According to CBS Sports, the system had been tried out in a few NFL stadiums this past season, and it will get a full preseason trial this summer. If the trial goes well, the league hopes to fully implement the tracking system for the 2024 NFL regular seasons.
They had hoped to push that trial until after the election.
After the election, yeah, like all the rest of them.
Sources say the chain gang would still exist on the sidelines, but would act as a backup, much like the Pips from Gladys Knight and the Pips, as well as a reference point for coaches, players, and fans in the stadium. Well, that's damn nice of them.
And Chick, do you remember your contention is if you go to see Gladys Knight, and it's pipless, you're furious.
I will not stay for the show. I love Gladys Knight. However, I don't take for granted the Pips.
She's currently pipless, right?
Yeah, there's no Pips right now. Right.
Well,
and for a while one morning you said you're not going.
I'm not going without the Pips.
Are the Pips deceased?
We lost a lot of Pips.
One of the Pips is her cousin, I believe, or Bubba. Is that
Bubba Pip?
Bubba Pip?
Bubba was the first to go.
Bubba Knight, but he was the first one. It's not Gladys Pip in the night. It's.
I just looked this up.
Do you have Do you have all the Pips?
No, I wanted to know what a Pip was.
Oh
God!
It's Gladys Knight's background singer.
They're the background singer.
Yes.
It's either a hard seed and a fruit.
Oh,
that's a pit.
No, it's also a pip.
What?
Yes, or a bad temper or depression. He's in a pip.
Didn't Ben Vereen play Pip? That was Pippin. I'm sorry.
Was Ben Vereen ever a substitute Pip? That'd be an exciting footnote.
That would be amazing.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much.
All game footballs are already microchipped and have been for years, but this technology doesn't employ the chip and instead relies entirely on optical tracking. The system would need to be installed across all 30 stadiums as well as any international stadium where the NFL games are played. And, of course, all the international stadiums, their technology is so far behind ours.
It's embarrassing.
They have no hope of actually.
That'll be good.
If you say so,
if you got money in the game, you want to know where the ball was.
Taking them.
You want to know if it's a touchdown.
Human element out of the game again.
No, taking bad refereeing out of the game.
No.
Well, bad refereeing has a place. Mistakes are part of everyday life. You remember when you hired me by mistake, and here I am.
If you had money on the game and the call was wrong, you'd be pissed.
That's the way it.
Just trying to get the calls, but they're trying to.
So
get
your
right.
big arguing point is, if you gamble on the game, you want it right.
You want it right? Yes. Yeah, that's my arguing point.
The bookies don't. If they go by the chip, who are the bookies supposed to call at halftime and go, hey, hey, hey?
That's right.
Drop the ball.
You start.
Hey, you want to be calling? You want to be reffing that game next week from a chair?
A chair with wheels.
Yeah.
Just cut into their income.
Hard to ref at the bottom of Lake Michigan, isn't it?
Right now, I want to tell you about what I'm very excited about. Ready, set,
go.
Griddle. The grilling season is here, ladies and gentlemen. There's the gun that starts the grilling season, and that's why we want to get out the Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle. I'm so excited about this. We were able to check this thing out just last week here on the show. We had a special cookout. The Weber carbon steel cooktop that's safe for metal tools. It's preseason, ready to cook on right out of the box. It's the griddle that stays ready, not rusty. And this griddle heats evenly, edge to edge, reaching up to a staggering 500 degrees. The Weber Works Prep, by the way, is a nice little thing that you can keep all of your stuff that you're going to need to be cooking, keep all your supplies handy right there. So you don't have to run back and forth inside the house when you're trying to make those steaks or those burgers or those hot dogs. Perhaps you want to make some Jumbo Frank. Oh, look who's here. It's Jumbo Frank himself. Hey, Jumbo.
Hello.
Hey, it's Jumbo Frank.
Welcome me onto your grill, please.
Hey, by the way, my griddle's 500 degrees. What do you think about that, Jumbo?
Oh, I better bring an ice pack.
Well, you can put the ice in your bourbon. The Weber Works Prep Set is part of this great array of fine items from Weber Grills. I'm very excited about this, as you can tell. Get fired up like me with your Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle. One of a number of great grills. Some have grates, others don't. That's a play on the word great, chick.
How many grates is that?
At least they're fantastic. I'm so excited. High heat, even heat, fast heat. That's right. It's from Weber. WEBER, Weber.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we have Bigfoot in the news. Josh may be going on a little bit of a trip. Oh. And marijuana versus booze. What? We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter.
Obviously, Floyd's a legend. I mean, he was a rookie in 1957 or 58. 58, I think. He was a rookie. Four-time winner, unbelievable fan. So I'm doing The King, and we're in Tony Bettenhausen Jr.'s garage doing Dick's Picks. And Bob, AJ, was in the garage with us. So we start doing a pair of kings, because AJ was the king, and then the king, Elvis the king. So we're doing a pair of kings. And I go, AJ, I go, Meyer, let's take our shirts off and have a belly button contest right here in the garage. I said, then we'll lay on the floor and see whose belly button can hold the most gravy. Oh, thank you very much. I said, I want to help you, AJ, on race day. I'm going to be on your pit crew. When you come in, I'm just going to put my belly and flop it on the rear wing. The front end will come in the air. They'll change them tires. Off we go. And so we're doing all this, and people are dying. Well, then I talked to a crew member later, and AJ had the Bob and Tom Show on in the garage. About halfway to that, he just looked up and he goes, shut that shit off. And he was always a little cool to me after that.
Behind me is the infield of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm here to give you some of the fashion do's and don'ts of the biggest party at the race. Let's talk footwear on race day. You want to wear something comfortable, something you can walk in, something not too expensive. My choice, the Nike Air Monarchs. They're in your garage, next to the lawnmower. Your dad wears them. Don't wear this. This is a Croc. I don't care if it's in sport mode. The holes do give you hilarious tan lines, but you don't want to get any trough juice on your little toesies. If you run into a man wearing these, run away. Any man wearing weatherproof boots at the track has a mind for destruction. He washed his face in the trough this morning. He's been drinking Mountain Dew and moonshine since 6 a.m. If you bump into him, give him a go Colts and keep it moving. What to wear on race day. In the morning, it'll be a little colder. This is my favorite piece of clothing that I own. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. No big deal. Any shirt with the name of an alcohol and the word racing is one of the coolest things you can wear here. This one's sort of a deep cut. Rolling Stone shirt. The concert took place at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Colt skier will do, but I say go the extra mile. This is a Colt shirt with a St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. I'm not a big fan of wearing sports jerseys for a team that is out of season. Colts aren't playing, and the Pacers also aren't playing. Quick rule for basketball jerseys at the race. You want to wear your Larry Bird Indiana State jersey? Don't. You want to wear your Reggie Miller jersey? Don't. Rick Smits? Don't. Paul George? Don't think about it. George Hill? Not at all. It's too expensive, too cool, and it's going to get covered in Busch Light. You want to wear a Lance Stevenson jersey. Any Pacer that was here less than 3 years. Maybe a Danny Granger jersey. If you're wearing a basketball jersey, pop it off around lap 50. I hear you. Willie, I have a gut. If you're embarrassed about being fat, move to France. This is America and you're allowed to have a gut. You're saying, Willie, I got pimples on my back. I got stretch marks. This time of the year, that's your stars and stripes, my friend. Pop it off and let that flag fly. This is the coolest thing you can wear at the race, an actual Indy 500 shirt. Bonus points if you have an armpit hole or some sort of fraying around the neck. There is one more acceptable shirt to wear to the race. This is what a race fan looks like. Garfield's creator, Jim Davis, is from Indiana. The most famous person from Indiana. Suck it, Greg Kinnear. On race day, you're going to want a nice hat. You can go with an official Indianapolis Motor Speedway hat, or you can go with the cooler Indianapolis 500 hat that I got on 16th Street from a guy selling tacos. Anything with the word Indy on it. I'd recommend a Colts hat or a Pacers hat. The coolest hat you can wear on race day, however, is a Late Night with David Letterman hat. Of course, owner of the Letterman Ray Hall team. I do not want to see a Jay's Garage hat. I don't want to see anything Team Coco. If you have a Daily Show hat and it's spelled D-A-L-Y like Connor Daly, that could fly.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? You don't want to do that. Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Yeah, I tell you, though, it's tough because I got these neighbors behind me.
Really?
My neighbor, Gail, very... Gail? Gail is a woman who just moved. Her bedroom wall is right behind mine, and she has a new boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this out. His name is...
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I've got a couple things to say and thank Tom once again. He got me a wonderful gift this morning just for absolutely no reason.
That's right.
It's a framed Elton John 11-17-70. The album was released here in the United States, but in England it was released as 17-11-70. And it's the actual...
vinyl.
Vinyl and framed and all sorts of stuff.
Take Me to the Pilots on there.
And there it is.
That's a great record.
Take me to
and it was wrapped in Tom wrapping paper. And this is from Philip. Hey, chick, if that was me, I'd take that wrapping paper home and use it for toilet paper.
Oh, no. ...
Just saying.
Philip.
Then you're an idiot because that's going to be really rough on your old...
Yeah, it's not toilet paper worthy.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate that.
Really stiff.
Yeah, that would.
You're gonna have to put that through the softener.
Yeah,
for you.
Well,
you ever used a shower curtain?
No.
What? Nobody's done that.
In a pinch?
I'll bet you they have.
Wake up and smell the bacon. You know they have.
Yeah, I've never heard of it in real life. I'm sure it's happened, but it's very rare.
Now, how about a hand towel?
Maybe a towel.
we have to go back. So we forgot one of the things we learned on yesterday's show.
Is that right?
Oh, this is, I can't believe I forgot about this. Mayhem in the streets of Mexico is the first line of the story from the Associated Press. And if you missed this, it was a mariachi band attacking a fellow street performer who was a, quote, flame swallower.
Oh, yeah.
You can see in security cameras the mariachi guys run over to this flame swallower guy who douses them with flammable liquid and sets two of them on fire. They're seen running away, apparently. The flame swallower had to be treated at the hospital. The other two guys were okay, but...
Scary.
Yeah, that's... wow. And as I said yesterday, it's lucky the guy wasn't a sword swallower. Probably would have stabbed him to death.
Things we learned on the Bob
Or
and Tom
chop their heads
Show,
off.
brought to you by Sleep Number Bed. Not just any bed, the limited edition Smart Sleep Number Bed. And you can save 50% right now for a limited time only at Sleep Number stores or sleepnumber.com.
That's right. Well, thank you very much. Now it's back to the sports page.
Yes, and a single feather. This is not a record, although it sounds like it. A single feather from an extinct bird has sold for $28,400, setting the world record as, I stand corrected,
Stupid world record.
it's the world record for the most expensive feathers sold at auction.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. You ever hear this, Tom? You ask a girl, tickle your ass with a feather. You ever ask her that?
Hell no, he's never done that. Okay, come on.
Who has a feather handy?
And they
who
start
wants to-
giggling.
Who
and
has
the
a
next thing you know,
I've got one right here if you'd like your ass tickled.
No, thank you.
Whose ass shall I tickle?
Oh, pick me, pick me.
I used to have one in the bedroom.
Did you?
A feather?
Yeah, I had a fun kit for the bedroom.
there you
Body paints and feathers.
Wait, whoa. This is just coming out?
A fun kit, Tom.
A fun kit?
kit.
Body paints?
With feather?
Lotions?
Lotions,
body
wait a
paint,
second. No, who was the artist? Would you do the painting, or would the young lady that was...
I never used that stuff. So
Yeah, you just had the kit.
yeah, it was a gift. And,
Sorted goodies in there.
You let her paint if she'd like? Is that right?
well,
She wants to.
paint by
I
hand,
see a black man and I want to paint him black. Well, that doesn't make sense. Would have been really awkward if it had been, I see a white man and I want to paint him black.
The auction house said, changing, trying to get him to
keep
shut up
talking.
at some
Yes.
point.
That has to be a very,
Keep
very
talking,
peculiar
Behave
fetish.
yourself, Tommy, or I shall tickle your ass.
The hula, what is it? The hula bird?
Going all Jolson.
Huia bird. Write this down.
Will you?
Please.
Making it worse.
The bird is called Huia.
Huia.
Huia?
I think.
I think it's wah.
It's native to New Zealand and has been extinct since the early 1900s.
So it's not native to anywhere anymore.
Webb's auction said the Huia bird's tail feathers, shake a tail feather, used by high-ranking chiefs or chefs? Chiefs in pre-European times.
Pre-European time.
Pre-European
How much did it go for?
That's old.
$28,400.
Man.
For one feather.
One feather, a tail feather. There it is.
Well, there it is. Oh, I can see why it's worth
Check
20.
it out. Oh, yeah.
Boy, you got to have a lot of money to want to spend it on that.
What would you do with it?
Looks like it's been everywhere.
That's the thing. It's probably.
You tickle your ass.
A lot of ass.
This guy's not taking off, is he?
Can I tickle your ass with that feather?
It's a lot of ass.
Come on, let him tickle your ass with the
Come
feather.
on.
You
We'll make a
prude.
video.
Oh, it'd be cute.
So tired of you not letting him tickle your ass with
For
the
those of
feather.
you just joining us, be sure and check the video of a chick tickling Tom's ass with a feather. That's on our YouTube site.
What was the explanation? We had this one day. I forget. What was the explanation of Yankee Doodle Dandy?
Oh, it was something like, it was fairly complicated.
I saw a feather in the cap and called it
macaroni, and there's some.
And that was a horse or something. And it was all a
yeah, macaroni was a horse.
Something very complicated. Okay, yeah. This is a New Zealand feather, and okay, what do you do with that exactly?
I don't know.
Display it, I suppose.
You put it in a nice hat.
Yeah, you could really poke that into a hat.
Yeah, you could, but if you spent that much money on it,
pre-Europe feather.
Out of all of us,
to put
I
it in a
think
shadow box or something.
you have the best chance of answering this in the affirmative. Did you have a hat with a little feather in it, like a fedora when you were a kid?
Never.
No.
No.
My grandfather did.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was like the end of a peacock feather because it was the eye.
I have a hat.
And it was plugged into his hat.
It was on the side. Yeah, it was awesome.
Christy has a hat.
I have a hat with a feather in it.
Hat with a feather.
Yeah, I got it in Arizona. Yep.
Don't leave your hat on.
You got a feather in your cap, do you?
I have a feather in my cap.
Is it a cowboy hat?
Yes, it is.
Was I with you when you bought that?
No. That's a different hat. That one I got in Nebraska.
Christy, I'd love to see you in a cowboy hat.
All right.
Oh, you haven't seen me in a cowboy hat?
No.
I wear hats quite a
Walking
bit.
backwards. That's reverse cowgirl.
Remember, that's right. Remember, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Okay, very
right.
good. I'm sorry.
A fever.
Hey, we're right back to this.
Stupid world record.
Another, I'm not.
A giant bovine
What is that, your cow?
Well written there, Clowney. A giant bovine from Oregon has been named the world's tallest living steer. Romeo.
As opposed to the world's tallest dead one.
They have a heck of a time getting those to stand up. Romeo earned the Guinness World Record title after official measurements showed he stands at 6 feet, 4.5 inches tall. He's 6 years old. He lives at the Welcome Home Animal Sanctuary in Creswell, Oregon. Eats 100 pounds of hay and 15 pounds of grain every day.
Wow.
He also drinks an entire bathtub worth of water every day.
Oh, like in Saltburn.
Trough. Oh, boy.
I have not seen Saltburn yet.
You haven't seen it?
Okay, then that reference it's already sort of obscure.
I mean, I like that kid.
It's a great movie. You'll like it.
You see his wang.
I'm old enough
Yeah, you do.
to call young actors kids. So
I've never seen the movie
Naked
either.
as a jaybird.
Very good. Very good.
6.5
Very
feet tall,
good.
this thing.
Yeah.
Is this one of those with is it a longhorn? It's got the... Yes, I was going to say, what do you call those cattle with long horns?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was very close to
You know what you do with the... You know what... All right. The words are in my head.
Okay.
I just got to
All
put
right.
them together.
Hey, you know what? Take
What's
your
that?
time. It's okay.
6.5 foot tall cow.
World's tallest steers.
That's where double cheeseburgers come from.
That's not bad.
Thank you. I knew there was something in there. I knew it wasn't a home run, but I knew it was kind of worth sharing.
How about that's
Well,
where
now that's your tallest living steer. Who's your tallest living queer?
RuPaul, I guess. Oh, why did I answer?
Josh, what
this
are you
steer,
doing?
these kind of animals, these cows is where you get the big and tall leather jackets from.
Oh.
Anything?
That's good.
Is that okay?
better.
Yeah. Better. I got better out of Ace. All
Yeah.
right.
So none of you boys going to answer me?
I said RuPaul.
Who wrote that? Is the only thing at Oklahoma or Texas or our steers and
Yeah.
Who?
The same guy who said California's full of fruits and nuts.
Well, I guess
Boy,
we.
By the
He's
way,
having a
to
great
answer your question, I
I
just
guess we should check in with our gay listeners
I just
and find
looked-
out how much trouble you're in.
I just looked this up. That word has now been appropriated and embraced by that community.
Yeah, but not by you.
But not by you.
So you're
You
going to tell
know-
me what words I can use?
Yes.
I'm not, but the world is.
There is a rule at work here about certain words.
You did a
I was doing it in character.
Yes. We'll call him Rom.
Yeah.
By the way, this steer does not have the giant horns.
Okay.
He's just a big steer.
Those, as you may recall, are called longhorn.
Chick, I did it recently where I was trying to remember what food the rat was trying to make in the movie Ratatouille. I was like, in Ratatouille, he's trying to make a dish. What was the name
What's
of that
the name
dish?
of that?
My God.
Ratatouille?
Yes.
That's the name.
I know. I was so mad at myself.
Oh, here's some Tomspeak for you. This guy said, I call my rain gauge a water ruler.
Yes.
that's
Perfectly
good. I
valid.
like that.
But the letter really is about his 5-year-old son. We were fishing, and his older brother was catching all the fish. He held up his pole with his waterlogged worm and said, Dad, can you make my worm do more advertising? Okay. That's hilarious. Thank you very much. My 3-year-old said, this corn needs those handlebars.
Yes.
I like that.
You know those things that you stick in the corn?
Sure.
Now, when you eat corn, Christy, do you go across horizontally or do you spin?
I go across horizontally.
Typewriter style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's way
Yeah.
absolutely. Anything else is
Who else does? Who
wrong.
doesn't?
I've seen people who spin
Yeah,
and then go to the
they-
next and spin.
No,
and,
they're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. There is only one way to skin a cat, right?
Oh, I can't
that's,
wait for
in
corn
many ways.
season.
What did we find out about that phrase? There's only one way to skin a cat. What was it?
Well,
We're
yeah,
talking
windbag
about
that it's about catfish.
Catfish.
Not actually about felines, but catfish.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little more palatable, yeah.
And did we ever find out the thing about you can't walk in a room without swinging? What is it? You swing a
Swinging
dead cat.
without hitting so-and-so.
I thought I made that one up. I'm pretty sure I did.
Who swings
You're the
dead
author
cat?
of
Who
that?
swings dead cats around?
Lunatics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
your
good.
various...
We've got an email. We were talking about Jason Tatum
They call him the tater.
Thank you. Earlier, and this from Robert. He said, "I'm so glad when you just said Jason Tatum."
They call him the tater.
This was like an hour ago.
Yeah.
That none of you said, "Oh, they call him the tater."
I tried because you blasted
It really was.
Every time you say it, I think of Jason Statham. I can't. It's just like
You think of Jason Statham all
And the
the time.
humidity rises in the room.
Yeah, it does. I'm sorry.
That
No, I'm not sorry.
No, they call him the tater. Robert says absolutely does not work in all caps.
He doesn't care. He's not on board.
You always talk about Tom's DeLand and how it needs to end.
Yeah.
How about ending the tater? I hate it.
Wow.
Huh.
Well, Robert, we're not out to make you hate something, man. Sorry.
Gosh, no. We're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Goodness. He's very upset.
Okay.
So they don't call him the tater anymore.
Well, no.
Robert
no, we can't just have one guy be upset and then to end something.
No, this isn't Twitter.
I certainly wouldn't be on the show anymore if that were the case. Stupid world.
Another one?
David Rush has, they call a carry a rush in the NFL. A carry.
Oh, yeah.
Rushing yards. Mm-hmm. David Rush has reclaimed the Guinness World Record for the longest duration of juggling while blindfolded.
Ah.
Not only was this the very first title he had broken, as Tom eases into prose, but David said on a sweaty morning at the microphone, he held on to the record for 8 years before somebody broke it with a time of 43 minutes and 30 seconds. David put on a blindfold and juggled for 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Man, that's got to be tiring.
To take back the time.
Right.
I don't know how you would do that.
And to be clear,
How do you do
to
a
be clear,
blindfolded?
he's juggling balls. He's not juggling blindfolds.
Okay, yes.
Well, we didn't.
That's a good way to practice juggling, though, when you're first learning. Use, like, babushkas.
Yeah, because they fall
slowly.
Oh. And then don't use balls, bouncy balls. Use bean bags because bean bags won't roll away, and you get under the bed and everything.
Oh, that's
out
a good
into the
tip.
Street. Yeah, it's a good tip.
This is a cool. This was his very first record, and he's well on the way to have. What isn't his goal to have 200 at the same time? 200 world records.
I don't know because I always sort of fall asleep when you talk about him.
Oh, come on, this is fun.
But see, people are after him now, so he has to keep reclaiming his record.
Tom, why don't you, when he's reached his penultimate record, so he has one more
to go. One more to go.
Why don't you invite him to do it here?
Well, what would it be?
I don't know.
We don't
It's
know.
up to him to be seen.
But if we could get him here and do it live for us.
Right here in the pit.
But I think
maybe out in the radio tower field there'd be something like walking on a tightrope.
Put him out in the middle of the intersection out here to see how many cars he can dodge.
That's got to be a record.
Yeah.
They don't allow that kind of record.
By the way, until they trim back some of those bushes, turning out of here is death-defying.
It's really dangerous.
There's one by my house, too. Can I go to the person's home and knock on their door and say, hey, could you please cut this limb back?
No,
you can.
can't.
If you want to be a
Tom
new meme.
will for you.
No, I just carry cutters in my car and go trim them myself.
I'll never forget that, Josh. If you turn right, you go up the highway out here.
Yeah.
If you turn left, you go back into a neighborhood.
Yeah.
I turned left one day because I lived up there. Turned right, and there's Tom right off the highway in the bushes with a head trimmer.
Yeah.
Whacking away. Were you or were you not? Yeah. He was.
Jason does it too.
Trying to clear the way.
Well, I appreciate it because I don't want to get killed.
I think you can call the city and they may come over.
Really?
You can't fight City Hall.
In any event, congratulations to David Rush. We're not going to ask him to dodge cars in this dangerous road we live on out here.
No.
I say this is an impossible world record that he's after to hold all these world
200
records
at the same time.
simultaneously.
As soon as he breaks the world record, another one's going to get broken.
lofty goal.
But
he just has to
He
reach.
can't keep up.
He has to reach the goal, and then once he's got it, obviously people are. But right now, people know he's going for it, so they're examining all his records and going after him.
I thought Josh was going to try to break one of those records. What was that?
There was one where I came pretty close.
Yes, like right out of the box.
Where I was like, if I really wanted to try this, I probably could break it.
You know what
was it?
Kathleen Madigan's always said? Everybody is a savant at something.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what it is, you just haven't tried it yet.
Man, I got to find
Was
one.
it the juice box thing?
I didn't do terribly with that,
Oh, no,
but it
that
wasn't.
that was Willie. Didn't he suck down all of those?
He may have, yeah. I think he did better than I did. He did.
Yeah?
Yeah. That was our friend Langston McHugh or whatever in England.
Declan or something.
Yeah, Declan.
Declan.
And that record has been surpassed. Coming up, we have Christy Lee at the
Declan too.
Silac News Desk, and we have a disgusting drink that has hit the American shores.
Right up our alley.
Also, we have marijuana versus booze in a huge survey, and the results are kind of surprising, I think. And then, do you spend a lot of money on your healthy foods? We're going to find out why you may be doing that.
Oh, you mean like ho-hos, ding-dongs, Cheetos?
Yeah,
right,
exactly. Yeah.
And a cool chimpanzee story coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're...
Johnny Parsons Jr., a lot of people recognize because he ran at the Speedway. His dad was Johnny Parsons, who won the 1950 Indy 500 and has a distinction of having the only misspelled name on the Borg-Warner trophy. They spelled it Johnnny, and it's Johnie is how he spells his name. In 1951, Maury Rose, who was running in his 15th 500, he won in 41, 47, and 48. Now, 51, it's his 15th 500. And he's racing, and he gets tangled up with a guy and goes sliding in the infield and flips. Car winds up upside down. They come over, they shove the car over. He gets out of the car, walks over to the guardrail, sits down, reaches in his pocket, pulls out his pipe, lights his pipe. When the safety guys, he looks at him and he goes, you know, some days you just can't make a dollar. And he took a puff of his pipe and he goes, that's it, I quit. And he retired, sitting right there, right there on the wall. In 77, Gordon Johncock, who he was leading the race and Foyt was chasing him, and something broke on the car coming out of 4, and he coasted down the main straightaway, and it was a hot year, 77, and he comes to a stop in the grass in the infield in turn 1. He gets out of the car, walks over, and there's a creek right there. And he walked down into the creek and started splashing water on him. It was so hot, and just come back up and sat on the guardrail till the emergency crews got there. Kind of a behind-the-scenes deal. I went to junior high school and high school with Butch Meyer. His grandpa was Louis Meyer. Louis Meyer was the first 3-time winner. He won in 28, 33, and 36. In 36, he was the first 3-time winner. He was the first to drink milk in Victory Lane. He was the first to get a pace car as part of his prize, and he was first to be awarded the Borg-Warner Trophy. It was new in 1936. And so it was so neat hanging out with him and meeting Louis, and his dad, Sonny Meyer, Louis Meyer Jr., built engines and built the engines for like 18 Indy 500 winners. So they had a shop, Louis Meyer Incorporated, over in this industrial complex behind Lafayette Square off of Interstate 65. And you go over there and just hang and go for stuff, cleaning, sweeping, just to hang out and be a part. And the 1973 500 was my senior year in high school, and it was such a big deal. And I sat up in the grandstands in the Louis Meyer Incorporated seats in the Northwest Vista, and Louis had done some parade laps in the pre-race parade in one of his old winners. And he came around and he was flying. Most of those guys are just kind of puttering around. Louis goes, and Louis got done, and he come up and sits in the stands, and Butch goes, Grandpa, why were you going so fast? I want to get away from all those people and get up here and just watch the race, But, so 1973, it rains. It takes 3 days to run the race. There's crashes. There was a crewman killed in the pits. It was an SDP Patrick Racing crewman. Sweet Savage was fatally injured. He was a teammate. And after like 342 miles, third day, they go, that's it, we're done. And Gordy was declared the winner. So the day after the race was over, I went to Louis Meyer Incorporated, and I'm walking through the engine shop, and Sonny Meyer, there's a table there, and they had a rag out there, and there were 4 sets of pistons. There was 4 sets of pistons and rods sitting there on the table, and they'd been manufluxed. Manuflux is a process they use to x-ray metal to look for cracks and faults and things. And all these orange, 3 of the 4 pistons, rods and connecting rods and everything had cracks in them, and a couple of the pistons had, you could see orange lines. And I said, Sonny, where are these? He goes, they're out of Gordy's engine from yesterday. I go, what are these cracks? He goes, they're weaknesses. I said, well, how much longer would this thing have lasted, this engine? He goes, maybe a lap, maybe 100 laps. You don't know. It could have gone at any time. But the race was called at 342 miles. So fast forward a few years, and second place that year was Bill Vukovich Jr. His dad had won 53 and 54 and had been killed in 55. His son was fatally injured in a sprint car wreck in the 80s. I mean, but anyway, so in 1973, he finishes second to Gordon Johncock. So I'm doing an interview, like a Where Are They Now for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Radio Network, and I'm talking to him. And after we got done, he goes, man, 73 burns me up. He goes, I was so lucky because McCluskey was in third and he was gaining on me, and I had a turbocharger, and the turbocharger had cracked. I was down 100 horsepower, and McCluskey was catching on me. And man, I was so lucky that rain came. I ended up finishing second. And I told him about the Pistons. And he goes, a lap? And I go, yeah. Sonny said it could have lasted a lap, could have lasted 10 laps. And he goes, oh, I wish you'd have never told me that. I felt about that big for, just another pound of disappointment, I think, in his life. So.
Because I'm blind.
Jeez.
Tony Edwards.
I got this one T-shirt. It says, it's a black thing you wouldn't understand. I feel kind of bad when I wear it because it leaves a lot of people left out. See, I think everyone should have their own T-shirt so everyone can feel the same kind of pride. Like maybe, it's a Japanese thing you wouldn't understand because you're lazy and stupid. It's an Amish thing. I made this shirt. It's a Republican thing. Give me $1 and I'll explain it to you. Oh, wait. Equal time. It's a Democratic thing. Give me $1. Understand, wouldn't you? Thing dyslexic. It's. Everyone, it's a blonde thing. I don't understand.
Hi, this is comedian Sean Morey, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here. Pat looks like he's feeling better, which we're all relieved about. A little bit better,
Yes.
thanks. There's Josh. He
sang us a song earlier.
I have an idea.
Josh is here and has an idea.
Tom, how do you feel about us being the first radio program to broadcast from space? Where we go up in one of those, like, vomit comets or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that is technically space, but still being close enough to the Earth.
Is there a lot of screaming and crying?
Puking.
Vomiting. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'd vomit because I vomited in the P-51 Mustang.
Yeah.
That's amazing you went up in one of those.
Yeah, he did.
It seems like it was designed to make me vomit. Because I had no trouble at all. As soon as I could see the plane, I could feel the plane moving before I could see it moving. And my brain said, evacuate. Ooga.
It was very easy for you to go ahead and puke.
Yeah, that
You
was
flew
in
over
the bag.
here, didn't you? Were we outside and you flew over? That's what
That must have been a crazy.
I remember that.
It was, after I threw up, though, I was fine. I felt great.
Now, speaking of high speeds,
I guess he doesn't want to go to space.
we have a video of Jess Hooker.
I was going to pay for it.
Going around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway at speed, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
in the
it's
famous
awesome.
two-seater. That's posted on our various social media platforms. And just go to Bob and Tom YouTube and you can watch that. It's very cool. We had the story about the world's largest steer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember, we've gone over this 50 times, but I always forget. Is a steer castrated?
No, a steer.
Do they still have the...
I think the steer still has the accoutrement.
Because this thing is so tall, if you wanted to castrate it, you could just walk right underneath it like you're a Jiffy Lube.
Oh, I got it.
You know, right? This thing is very tall.
A steer is a cow that's had a hysterectomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So no veal from that one.
And after that, something about the
no.
It causes their antlers to grow.
I'm wrong. A steer is a male bovine who cannot reproduce. He's been snipped.
Okay.
They did snip this guy.
Yeah.
So they don't cut off the wean; they just snip the tubing. I hope
they take the nuts, right?
Oh, they do. They have to actually take them.
Yeah, they don't do a full vasectomy, do they? That would be much more complicated. Don't they just lop them off?
Well, you know what? What animal is it where in a farm factory setting like that, if you will, they just tie them off and wait till the blood?
I've heard hogs will do that too.
Yeah.
They castrate hogs like I can remember when I was a kid. There was a pig farm down the way, and you could hear it for hours. They did them all at the same time or something. It was like castration
Remember
day.
when we went to Dallas?
Yeah, it was not a good time.
We went to Dallas, and we had that great barbecue, and right across the street was the pig farm.
Yeah.
And all those women were there.
So
we bought a lot of drinks over at the pig farm.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Ugly women, Tom.
Oh, okay.
So a steer is castrated and a bull is still active. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right. Good to know.
Okay. A cow is a female bovine, it says, who's given birth to a calf. A heifer is a female bovine who has not given birth to a calf.
Oh, so heifers become cows?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But once again, the steer. Okay, we got it. We're ready to move on.
He's mad at his own research.
Steer snipped. That's how we'll remember. SS. Steer snipped.
I think I wrote it with the pig farm.
Okay.
What do you got over there? What do you got?
Leave him alone. Let the poor steer just roam. He escaped from the farm today. He's delicious for sure. Got away from the herd and lived to see another day. He won't be on a range or a grill or an oven. Hooray! He heeded the call till they chopped off his balls. That's why that poor steer ran away.
Oh. Yeah. And actually, a lot of truth to that because Romeo, the world's largest steer, the world's tallest steer, was actually rescued from the slaughterhouse.
Yep.
He was on his way to the slaughterhouse and they rescued the
Hey, this guy's tall. Let's save him. I like it.
Okay. And he lives in Oregon. So there you go.
I wonder if you can go visit him.
Probably.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'd like to see Romeo.
I don't know.
Hey, Romeo. Now, Romeo can't be much of a lover, though, huh?
No, because he's snipped.
Wow.
Well,
if they were to do a bovine version of The Sun Also Rises, he could be Jake.
Isn't that the deal, though, about the...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's today's, I thought, second most obscure reference. I think Chick still has the most obscure reference today. See, I forget what Jake can't perform because of his injury in the war. You see,
I thought it was East of Eden. I get those mixed up.
So do steers, even though they're snipped, still have
a peen?
Well, I'm sure
Here's
they
the
saw the
thing.
peen,
The
but
desire?
do they have thank you, the urge?
That's a good question.
But wasn't that the problem with eunuchs? They could still perform, but they couldn't.
I mean, they have no peen.
Impregnate. No, I thought they.
No. They just
took their testicles.
Just the nuts.
Yeah.
I thought it. Okay, really?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they could perform.
All right, here's what I'm basing my eunuch knowledge on.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you remember in History of the World Part 1, they're trying to figure out who the eunuchs are.
Gregory Hines.
And so they get the sexy woman out to dance, and when she's dancing in front of the eunuchs, nothing happens to their sort of grass skirt type looking things. And then when she dances for Gregory Hines, it raises up.
Oh, that's right. I remember that scene.
Yeah.
So I don't. I thought a eunuch was penisless.
No.
Well, it says technically it's a castrated man, a boy or a man deprived of testes or external genitals. So I guess maybe it could be.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe you can opt for one.
yeah.
You know the old joke, the guy walks into the barbershop and he goes, Bob Peters here? He goes, no, we just got hair.
I do love that joke.
Very appropriacy in this case. Yeah. Well, what's coming up in the news, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we have Bigfoot Conference coming to Florida. We have a brand new drink out of Chicago, a Malort liqueur. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Have you heard of this Malort stuff?
I haven't, no.
It's one of those sort of challenges.
It's a fun thing to say.
Can you drink it?
Malort.
Because it
I like
tastes so
Malort.
It tastes so ghastly.
I like the word Malort.
Malort. Well,
Malort?
they've managed to make Malort perhaps more ghastly.
Oh,
and you'll find out just how they did that. Also, a really cool chimpanzee story coming up. And once again, this may be a road trip for Josh. The Bigfoot Conference has been announced.
Good.
That's right.
Important work.
Oh, you'll like it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom.
Hey guys, Santino Frucci here, driving at the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing Homes for Troops Chevrolet. We're here at the Indianapolis 500. We just want to give a shout out to Homes for Troops. They build custom housing for veterans that have fought, that have disabilities, and they pay for the whole house. They pay for all the monthly expenses. They really take care of our troops when they come back from fighting overseas. So it is a fantastic organization, one of the best you can donate to.
In 2011, when Weldon won, when J.R. Hildebrand crashed on that last lap, you know, a lot of people don't know this. His spotter in the third turn was so confident they had won, he had left his post in the third turn and was running down to be in victory lane. And so he wasn't up there to tell him, hey, JR, slow down, watch out, there's a, slower car ahead of you. And then he hit him and he crashed. And Weldon wins. So the race is over, everybody's going, where's Hildebrand? Where's Hildebrand? Everybody's looking for Hildebrand. Well, I was back in the garage area, and all the pit guys run around, where is he, where is he? And I go, I'll tell you where I think he is. He's back at his pit, apologizing. They go, Wilson, go to the hospital. I go, he's not in the hospital. He's back in the pits apologizing to his crew. So I hightail it to Panther Racing Crew, and lo and behold, there he is. I'm the first one to get him.
Hey, hi, it's Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Race fans, it's May, and you're out at the track. You're hot and thirsty. If you don't get some relief quick, just like those Indy cars, your body's gonna overheat. That's why you need the cool, refreshing blast of body fuel. It's like an overhaul for your body in a 12-ounce can. Just one drink and you'll be refueled and ready for anything your busy lifestyle demands. Excuse me, sir. You look hot and thirsty.
Boy, I sure am. I got my 2 kids with me and I forgot the cooler in the car. God, it's got to be 100 degrees out here. I could sure go for a cold drink of water.
Water? You don't want water. You want something that'll replenish all the fluids you've lost. You need the overhaul for your body in a 12-ounce can. You need body fuel.
Body fuel? I never heard of it.
That's because it's new. Here, try this with.
Jesus! This tastes like motor oil.
Well, there is some motor oil in there. And some transmission fluid, gasoline, and even a little engine coolant.
Engine coolant? Hey, I can't see.
Well, of course you can't see. That's the power of body on your system, making it just like brand new. What do you think of body fuel?
Are you trying to kill me? Hey, what's that fizzing noise?
That's a little battery amp. Sure, it'll keep your body running smooth and efficient. How do you like the sporty racing look of the package?
I can't see it. I can't see anything.
Well, it's very sporty. Don't worry, preliminary testing shows that the blindness is only a temporary side effect. Anyway, how about that refreshing, cool, clear taste?
Come here. I'm going to sue you bastards. Come here. Where are you? I can't see anything.
Body fuel. When you're so thirsty thirst, you could die. Try one of Body Fuel's 3 delicious flavors. Original lemon lime, iced tea, or diesel.
I can't feel my tongue. My gums are bleeding. My gums are bleeding.
Body Fuel from the people who brought you Thirspiration Plus. It's the health drink for those on the run. Go out and pick up some Body Fuel today at a supermarket or auto parts store near you.
Come here, you son of a bitch.
Yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Whoa, whoa, oh, God.
Thanks, I needed that. When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific answer. Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
The man in the studio with us is comedian Greg Hahn. Did you ever take your pants off on stage, Greg?
No.
Good call.
I used to do that on what's it called? Casual Friday when I had a job. And then they kicked me out. They let me keep my seat. My chair.
Don't you have people giving you tours of offices and things?
I never liked the tourist chick.
No.
You know that.
No, I know.
They walk around the office. They throw in the little small talk. Oh, this is Janice. She's hard to keep up with. Yeah, she's hard to look at. Let's keep walking. She's making me sick. This is Larry. He's an original. You got that right. I've never seen a toupee with dandruff. Get me out of here. Hey, Larry, your pants waterproof? That shirt's a real pisser. Hey, how are you? I'm the new guy. Hey. Nice shoes. What'd you bowl? Hey, Larry, I'm the new guy. That's a great suit. Do they make it for men? Hey, how are you?
Lowell Sanders is here with us.
I'm on the road.
Are you
Now, Lowell, are you a single man?
Yeah, I left a wife in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I see how it works.
Police should have found her by now. I'm kidding. They won't find her.
Man, no way. You're that good, aren't you?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom Radio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Be quiet. Remind me to write that down.
That is good.
Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
But not just any news desk.
No.
It's the Silac news desk. There's
Very
Pat
special.
Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Looking dapper today? Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
What?
Who's looking
There's
dapper?
Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much.
We're all in black like we're supposed to be, I guess. It's our new official uniform. Of
Oh,
the
we
Bob
are
and
all
Tom
wearing
Show.
black today. Yeah.
Tease like that.
Even Godwin's.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Wow, I see a radio show and they're all wearing black.
Yes.
All right. See, that's perfectly acceptable. Whereas my discussion of black things earlier seemed to get a bad reaction.
Well, there was a reason for that.
Okay, I thought it was quite
Well,
humorous.
now, but hang on a second. Don't shortchange your mention of gay people earlier.
No, listen to me, that was a character.
Is that
I
right?
was mocking that guy.
Okay.
Not the other thing. Let's see now. Where were we? We have more Tomspeak.
We do.
A lot of it, actually. Do you want to explain what Tomspeak is, Christy Lee?
Yeah, that's when you are trying to come up with a word and you can't come up with the word. So for example, we had wind chimes. This is one of my favorites. What was it? It was something piano, air piano, which I love.
Yeah.
That's the air piano.
You're trying to think of a word and you can't think
you
of
can't
it.
think of it. So you just come up with
the
something.
air piano.
Yeah.
When my daughter was little, writes Melinda, she liked bagels with cream cheese.
Oh, who doesn't?
She could never think of cream cheese, so she called it bagel butter.
Bagel butter.
That's perfectly legit.
Having that for breakfast myself.
Very good.
Thank you, Chick.
You're welcome.
Nice schmear.
While fishing for panfish with my 4-year-old, he looks at the basket of crickets and says, "Do we have enough fishing bugs?"
Yeah. Fishing bugs.
I love the kid earlier, little boy who asked if his dad could get his worm to do more advertising because it wasn't getting hit on.
What are panfish?
They are flat.
Bluegill.
Yeah.
Right?
They have faces. They have 2 eyes on the same side of their face, and they look like a pan.
Good for eating.
Those are flounder.
Shut up.
When my daughter was around 6, the family was on a long trip. We passed by a cemetery in a silent car, and my daughter suddenly asked, "What do you call a garden of dead people?"
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, cemetery, yeah.
We have called it a garden of dead people.
Boy, it is a
ever
garden
since.
of dead people.
It is.
How
Kind
about
of.
that?
What was the other one we had? It was a stone
forest.
A stone forest.
And the aquarium.
Death Aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, Death Aquarium. Doesn't that sound like a movie?
Yes.
Or a Stephen King. Death Aquarium. Sounds like a weird place. Here's a really, see, these are so great. This guy writes, "I have trouble sometimes, like Tom, coming up with the right words. Recently, I couldn't come up with the word lasagna, and I uttered the only thing I could think of. A pasta cake." Perfectly legitimate.
That is legitimate.
That's a great idea. Pasta cake.
Oh,
Let's see. This is Rusty writing you from the high plains of Wyoming. Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Really? High plains, drifter, whatever.
What's your problem?
No, nothing.
I wonder if he's near the nuclear silos.
Oh, yeah.
They're up there.
I'm happy that they're there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be speaking Russian, you commie.
Oh, no. I'm not saying they shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Yeah, just because he has 4 arms.
He should just know that he's a target.
None of his sweaters fit. That's fine.
Well, that's right. Yeah. All you anti-nukers.
No, I'm.
One of these days when there's no power and the wind fan out at sea isn't giving you enough electricity to operate your vibrator, then you'll see. I remember when Tom said nuke 'em.
They can have this vibrator when they pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
I thought you were going to say your cold dead ass.
That too.
Have you tried that?
This is actually.
I have not. I think I have a really, really
sensitive,
exceptionally tight.
Oh,
you don't have to insert. Just let it hang out.
Hey, ladies.
Yeah,
I'm talking over here. Okay?
Oh, sorry.
You want to continue?
How long it was going to...
If you want,
he was sitting over there looking at us like, oh, I wonder where this is going.
if you want to continue your little orifice love session, please do it elsewhere.
We're just trying to have a
This is interesting because this guy who has a very unusual name, we'll just call him Mr. Grosvenor.
Is this the guy in Wyoming right now?
Yeah.
Okay, he's right above the Yellowstone caldera. So he better get his affairs in order.
Caldera.
Getting crazy.
It sounds like caldera. It also could be a men's cologne.
Yeah.
Caldera. It smells like a volcano.
Don't make an ash of yourself.
Oh, nice. And caldera, what is it again? Is it caldera or caldera?
I believe it's caldera.
And this is
like a cauldron.
It's going to explode.
It's I want to say several mile wide pocket of magma. That's why you have your Old Faithful geysers and
it may blow.
And the earth moving in Yellowstone.
Will blow. It's just a matter of when. We don't know.
He said, as a commercial plumber for many years in Boise, Idaho, all the Sparkies, electricians, would refer to the exhaust fans in restrooms as fart fans.
Yeah. Remember we had a kid who wrote in and said fart suckers is what they call those. Turn on the fart sucker.
You know, you can buy those, and a guideline would be how much air does it move in a certain amount of time, like so many cubic feet of air in 5 minutes or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, and we have a industrial one in the back here, in the men's room.
Really?
In the men's club. Yeah.
Are you sure?
That's why it's so noisy.
Are you sure that's an industrial fan?
Yeah, we put it in as a joke. That's why it's so loud in there. You ever notice
Did you
that?
install that?
No, but I said as a gag, why don't you guys I talked to Mettler and I said, hey, can you guys get like a super cool...
Or do you make it so loud so people don't hear what's going on?
Well, you're moaning.
That bathroom is awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. It's always been awful.
Actually, I've been there since 1910 or something.
I haven't. I don't think I've been in that bathroom for 30 years.
It's called the Men's Club, and it was built in the 30s, right? It was part of the original building.
I mean, it looks like a bathroom like you'd find in some abandoned apartment building in the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
You never didn't you work back in there?
No, I did up until probably I started getting laid regularly.
Well, let's move from our garden of dead people and bagel butter to Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk. What's happening?
Bigfoot believers are set to descend on Ocala, Florida next month for the
Can you imagine
4th
what a
annual Great Florida.
Jackasses.
Excuse me?
What are you? Why?
You won't even let me finish the sentence.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's a Bigfoot convention.
Thank you.
They can share evidence. They can.
The Great Florida Bigfoot
You know what they should do?
Conference.
You know what they should do for the first keynote speaker, Josh?
Wait, who's that?
How to take a picture that isn't so fuzzy.
I bet they have a symposium.
Organizers.
Yes.
And
we live in a
ways
world
to
now.
develop your own photos.
Yeah.
And 99% of Americans are carrying around a very high-quality camera on their phone, and yet we can't get a good picture of
It's
Bigfoot.
about wherewithal. That's what it's about, and it's also about. We all know that the government and other such entities can see everything we're doing on our phones.
Yep.
I bet there have been many pictures that have been clearly taken of Bigfoot that have somehow been deleted from people's phones.
Here.
God,
Organizers.
your paranoia is so charming.
Promise an all-star lineup of Bigfoot researchers, investigators, and authors ready to interact with fans and discuss their experiences and findings.
Very good.
WKMG
Like magic, we're number one.
reports the conference will also include events such as Share Your Experience.
Well, my wife had just run off with my brother-in-law. I was finishing some moonshine in my shed.
Yes.
And having relations with my cousin. It's a man. It's okay. And that's when I saw Bigfoot.
You know, what's the name of the thing you just said? What's the one of the meetings?
Share Your Experience.
And that's why they have to have that, because those who do share their experience get mocked
treated like that.
by
Absolutely.
men like Tom.
Right.
This is like Comic-Con for guys that have a bunker.
Attendees can tell their personal stories of close encounters with Bigfoot. Tickets are currently on sale for the conference. It's scheduled for June 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they'll have a booth for flat earthers.
No.
A booth selling for preppers.
Maybe preppers, but not because you do need to be prepared. For
$100, we got food for 3 years.
Well, look, you can mock that. You won't be having any of mine.
That's right. Just try to get into my bunker.
Do you have a basement?
Yes, and it's filled with MREs and bottled water and
He's prepared.
And Vaseline?
And ammunition that you can't purchase legally anywhere.
God, can you imagine? We really should send you to this thing.
I don't know why not.
There
Where
are
is it?
closer.
Oregon?
Ocala,
There
Florida.
are closer Bigfoot conventions.
Do you have a
and
song,
gatherings.
Pat?
I've been to one.
Sure.
Oh. I thought Josh didn't believe in fairy tales. Sasquatch is for some, but not for me. He watches documentaries, Bigfoot books he reads. The video is grainy, he concedes. But he said he saw its face. He's a Bigfoot believer. Not a trace.
No.
Of facts can he find? But poor Josh, he's a Bigfoot believer. It's probably a big beaver left those tracks. But he said he saw his face. He's a Bigfoot believer.
Yeah.
All right.
A giant beaver walking on its hind leg. And what do? You share your story. What's the actual wording of that, Christy?
The Share Your Experience.
Oh, no. That's the share experience. Oh. Yeah, that's a whole other convention.
Yeah, that is
sorry.
Yeah.
a little
The
different.
share experience?
Yeah.
That's my favorite impression you do.
If I could turn back time.
It's a little off today.
That is a little off.
No, you're...
If I could turn back time. No, maybe not.
Maybe not today for them. But Chick, you should feel
Let
good
Cher
about
do
it.
it.
Would you make out with Cher?
No.
$500,000.
No.
Why not?
Wait a minute.
Cher's lovely. She's a really nice person. She's cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's real smart.
I would. I was just wondering if Chick would.
Why? What's wrong with Cher?
I don't care for the way she looks.
All right, fair enough.
I'd rather kiss a horse.
Well, there you go.
I think
that's
it's important for you to underscore your shallowness. It's important for Chick to underscore his deep shallowness.
Actually,
can you have deep shallowness? You'd be so shallow.
I don't think you can.
Okay, sorry.
She got even less attractive in that one movie she's in where she gets off the copter and said, "Grandma's here."
Oh, that was terrible.
I believe you mean Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
You watched that?
No, I saw it in the trailer. You and I were.
I was sitting next to you when that trailer came on. I believe you made a very loud fart noise.
No, I want to make you feel better, Chick. Because
I would love that.
We pride ourselves on obscure references. Today, I forget how on earth we were. Why were we talking about Ernest Hemingway and The Sun Also Rises?
You had mentioned that a steer is like Jake from the.
Oh, yeah, very good. Yeah, that is dumb. But you
Is
had
that the
referenced
bullfighter in The Sun Also? Okay.
Just a fan of.
They go to the bullfights. They go to the that's where the whole cult of going to the Pamplona running of the bulls comes from. That book. Anyway, got this, Chick. You made a reference earlier this morning, and Mark Rice was kind enough to write, Chick's joke about Suzanne Vega and the aluminum plate had me crying with laughter. I am a former Chevrolet mechanic, and unfortunately, I owned a Vega.
Yeah, I did too.
That's my favorite joke of the day.
I had a Vega hatchback.
And
was
explain,
it silver?
Explain the reference now.
Their big idea with the Vega was to have a more affordable car with high gas mileage, and one of the solutions that they decided on was to make the engines out of aluminum, lighter cars, lower gas. 50 miles to the gallon. However, aluminum evidently has some sort of melting point that doesn't cooperate with.
Yeah, there was a very unfortunate
car
fad of using aluminum wiring, I want to say, in the mid-'70s.
Was the Pinto, was that their problem?
Aluminum wiring would tend to burn a house down.
Yeah, if you have that in your house, get rid of it now.
Yeah.
It was a fun little car.
The Vega?
It was a fun little car. It was
but in any event,
ex-wife's number one.
You were playing Suzanne Vega because of the reference
because
to
of
Luca.
Luca Doncic.
My name is Luca.
And it all went together.
I live on the second floor.
And I said, of course, Suzanne Vega has an aluminum plate in her head.
That is a very good. That was the joke. But in the meantime, I should mention, what a great song that is.
We had a shop teacher named Mr. Yucca. That was really his name, and we used to sing that to him. And
did you?
He didn't care for it.
Someone just pointed out to me an email. I think they're trying to help, dear Chick. You know, Cher could be sitting in one of the affiliates' lobbies right now.
Well, let her know that there are many of us who would love to kiss her.
I don't think she'd like.
I would kiss her.
She's got a boyfriend.
I tell you what, if she would say, please, Chick, give me a kiss, I would.
Yeah, of course. You'd be very polite to her.
I need the $500,000, though, as well.
Okay.
Tongue or no tongue?
Tongue.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
For the $500K.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What Cher would you kiss? What era? What movie? Silkwood Cher?
I never.
Moonstruck Cher?
That is
I think I got,
out of my type.
I got you, Babe Cher.
Oh, that's
you, Babe Cher.
No.
Pre-nose job? Oh, she was so hot.
Once again, she's sitting in one of the lobbies or affiliates.
I'm going like Witches of Eastwick Cher. Yeah, that mid-'80s mask.
What about Moonstruck?
I just said that.
You know, I've never seen it.
You've never seen Moonstruck?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen the famous Snap Out of It.
I don't think
I like
seen
Nick Cage.
Sunstroke, the sequel.
You know, that was the most.
Hey, look at the time.
Oh, sorry. Right now, I want to talk to you about my new favorite thing, which is the Weber grill that I'm having installed. They got a whole bunch of different ones, including the Weber Searwood Pellet Grill. Stand by for temperatures. Let's see. How about the smoke boost mode at 180 degrees from Weber, all the way up to high heat searing at 600 degrees. Also, by the way, a full grate sear zone so you can put more food on the flame and the food will look as good as it tastes. By the way, this grill is hot, ready to rock in 15 minutes. Cleanup is extra easy. Once again, you cook on 2 levels at the same time, so you can make enough for everybody when you have your grill out with your with your Weber grill. And once again, this is the Searwood Pellet Grill from Weber. Get all the details by going to Weber.com. Get fired up, literally. You'll cook on 2 levels, making plenty of delicious. What is it going to be? Maybe steaks. Maybe some. How about some chicken or maybe hot dogs? Is Frank here with us?
Well, hello. I'm Jumbo Frank.
It's Jumbo Frank.
Happy to be here.
Would you like to get cooked on just a beautiful Weber Searwood pellet grill?
I will sacrifice myself for your dinner.
All right. Thank you so much. That's Fat Frank. The
Jumbo
Weber.
Frank,
Oh.
you Fat Frank.
Don't upset Jumbo Frank.
Sorry.
Please.
Fat Frank was the boss I had at the Holiday Inn.
Frank.
Everybody called him Fat Frank.
Tom, can you come over here, please? Yeah, yes, Fat Frank.
Not to his face. And that's Weber, WEBER.com. Tell him the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, Al Jackson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hey, you are listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Scott Brayton. Oh my gosh. Larry Curry told me a story once. Larry Curry was a crew chief for Menard when Menard was running all those Buicks, and Scotty was the chief mechanic. And they would rent the Speedway to test those Buick engines. So one day they're testing them, and Curry told me, he goes, we had nitrous in the fire bottle. We're testing nitrous oxide so we could cheat. I mean, all guys cheat. That's the way. It ain't cheating until you get caught, right? It's not cheating until you get caught. I remember one time AJ Foyt, his car gets rolling off the scales. His car came out of the garage area and they rolled it across the scales. And they're pushing it out towards the pit lane and there's water dripping off the tires. Water dripping. Well, the car was light. So he had filled the toe tires with water so it'd be heavier when it crossed the scale. So they get it in the pit lane, take the toe tires off, put the regular tires back on it, car's underway. They all cheat. Everybody cheats. If you're not, the old saying is, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying, right? So they're testing this nitrous bottle. So they have a button on the steering wheel that he could push and it would turn the nitrous on. And this thing would increase the horsepower. I don't know how much, but it would. And so Brayton, he would come out of the corner, out of the fourth turn, and out of the second turn, and as he went down the big long stretch, he would hit that button, and he would count to himself, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, and lift, and then he'd pull off, and see if the car would stick going through the corner. And it did, and it did. And he held that button down until the damn thing didn't stick anymore, and he crashed. But that was Brayton. I mean, he was just that brave. He for the first Brickyard in 1994, there were a bunch of IndyCar guys trying to qualify. Danny Sullivan did it, Foyt did it, Stan Fox tried to do it, and Brayton was going to do it. So I was across the street in the IndyCar offices, and I was doing things with Channel 23, and we were having a meeting, Donald Davidson and a handful of people, about our coverage for the Brickyard, and we hear this boom. Man, that didn't sound good. And all of a sudden we see a helicopter leave the infield, the medical helicopter. What the hell? And it was Brayton. Brayton was testing his stock car, and in a true Brayton style, was standing on the gas and going in as deep as he could until it didn't stick no more. And man, he hit that outside wall. That was the big boom. And ricocheted back in, hit the inside guardrail, almost wound up down in the ditch. And that's when they took out the infield seats during the Brickyard. You know, a 3,500-pound car hitting the wall at 170 miles an hour the inertia and the things were different than an IndyCar doing it. It didn't dissipate the energy like they did, but that was just Scotty Brayton. And that morning in 1996, when he had qualified and he was on the pole, then he got bumped. And he withdrew his car and re-qualified to put himself back on the pole. I mean, just a gutsy, unbelievable. I remember doing it, and I still have the sound of him interviewing him. Like the Monday or like the Sunday after that day, the day after he had done it. A nice, great interview. And then that Friday, he got killed in practice. But just what a guy that just loved the 500, loved Indianapolis Motor Speedway. His whole family still does.
Okay, let's go see Bob and Tom.
Yeah!
You can't say it on the air. Trust me. Not the way you want to do it. I've been over this 100 times. If you say that, we're going to get a fine.
We're not going to get a fine. The average idiot's going to perceive it as the noun.
No. We can't do that. You can't say that on the air.
It has no meaning as a verb, whereas my term can be taken two ways. That's why the joke has a joke.
No, you can't do that.
Kids, let me just ask you this. Am I right? The only way to make this joke funny, you've got to use the word cornhole.
To my roommates, and the girl just got all mad at me. She's like, Nathan, I'm an actress. Actresses can't have carbohydrates. I was like, you mispronounced that word. It's pronounced waitress. You're a waitress.
Where are you from, man? Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
Small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
Hi, you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio. This is Jim Gapp.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here. There's Christy and Ace Cosby, Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin there. I'm Chick McGee.
And joining us now from Denver, Colorado,
Al Jackson. Mr. Jackson.
Hello.
Al Bear.
I'm nasty, Mr. Jackson.
What are you up to there?
Hey,
Al?
there
What
we
are you
go.
doing?
We can end this show right now.
That's a damn fine
I'm just chilling.
microphone you got there. Wow, that is something. It sounds great, too. Yeah.
Well, are you being sarcastic?
No. I'm absolutely serious. Absolutely serious.
It does sound great and looks cool.
Oh.
Yeah, both.
Hey, Al.
Oh,
I just walked
you.
in. Sorry, I was running a little bit late, Al. Getting stuff organized here.
Okay, that's like how you come into like the kitchen when you have company and you've been fighting upstairs as a couple, and you just go, "Oh, hey, I'll change your shirts upstairs.
Yeah.
How are you? Good. Yeah, there's nothing like the vibe of when you just walked into somebody's house and they had like a blowout fight 4 minutes ago because they're trying to just be like, how do we compartmentalize that so we can get through this dumb sushi dinner, and then we're going to settle those text messages I found. But we have to find common ground.
Yeah, it's going to be, well, here, I'll go get you a drink, and she-bitch will take your coat. And, subtle stuff like that.
Oh,
she-bitch.
Well, I'm just creating a scenario here. Al, it's always a pleasure. And, Al, we've been doing some language work here. We talked about this last week with you. It's called Tomspeak, in which people, when they're trying to say something, they can't remember the words, so they kind of make something up so they can explain what it is. You know what I'm talking about.
I love it.
And we've had some very, very good ones. For example, here's a 6-year-old who asked while passing a cemetery, what you call a garden of dead people.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Very poetic.
Wow.
My favorite one this morning is the little boy who was fishing, and his brother kept catching fish, and he wasn't catching any. So he pulled his worm out of the water with the worm on the hook and said to his dad, can you have my worm do more advertising? Which is kind of a nice slogan for fishing. Cream cheese. Couldn't think of the word. Called it bagel butter. It makes sense to me.
Again, these could all be company names.
Yeah.
I love
bagel
this
butter.
one. I love this one. My son was little. He used to call the butter knife a peanut butter saw. And that, to me, that sounds like a band
First of all,
name.
I like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, peanut butter saw. It's the best case scenario for a butter knife. And I'm sorry, but the butter knife does not deserve equal billing with the spoon and the fork. The butter knife does not. It's one of those. It's like the same way that the pear got into the same like realm as the apple and the orange. The pear is fine. The butter knife is fine, but they're not used that much, and they're almost niche. But yet, like they're on the table like the fork. The fork should have top billing. The spoon has second billing, and then the butter knife should be like in the guest room. No one cares about the butter knife.
And by the way,
there should be one, if that.
For the record, I'm anti-spork. Not a fan.
Oh yes.
Terrible.
Of course not. Yeah, what are you in some kind of rehabilitation program? No, no one needs a spork.
Well, but when you
doesn't look
do
cool.
when you do need a spork, you could use a spork. I wouldn't rule them out entirely, only in an emergency situation.
It's usually in a bad situation.
Here,
bad food and foam box.
Yeah, a spork.
I guess
A spork is like fine in a pinch if you have to, but you have to understand that no one that's ever used a spork has had sex later that day. Like if somebody sees you using it, it's like, oh well, you're done. You go to a different place in somebody's mind, like, oh, Tom's in a spork phase now, and that's cool. But like we're like sexually, it's gonna kill it.
Now,
what are your thoughts on the butter? As it annoys me that it's. I feel like it's snuck into the VIP for years, and it doesn't do anything. You just take it out, you put it on the table, and you throw it back in the sink.
But I think the idea of it is that way when you pass the butter to someone, they're not going to use their knife that they've already, fouled with whatever and get it inside the butter. So it's got its own special little serving implement. Now, here's my question. I mean, most of the stuff that you own was liberated, shall we say, by a recent
absolutely
love
stolen.
issue, so you probably don't have. Did you prior to that or now in this day? Do you have those little mini forks like Christy has for shrimp?
I don't have those. Chick has those.
I have
Don't
those.
throw me under the bus.
I don't have any of those. You know what I'm talking about? Those little tiny cocktail forks.
Yeah. Now, mini forks are the exact opposite of a butter knife, and I'll tell you why. Because a woman goes over, a woman goes over Chick's place, and she sees that he's got the mini forks. She's like,
that's right.
Oh, he has his stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
He has it so much together that he can go get the extra little things because that just means Chick's got all the baseline things covered. It's like, oh, and he also he's got a cloche on his island where he can put his donuts, that glass top, so they don't get stale.
That's
and
a
he
new
can
word
keep
for me.
fresh.
Oh, I
These
like that
little
word.
things. Yes, that's what the only good thing that the chick I used to date was Finnish, and I learned that word.
Cloche.
Cloche. That it's the thing where it's like a stand.
You'll see with
that you put
bakeries
pastries under, and then that. And then the glass
Diners
top
will have
over.
their
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'd never heard the word before.
Yes.
Oh, so we're learning something today.
Yeah.
Of course, neither had I. I'm from Cleveland. I never heard the word cloche, but yes.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, the little fork is a big deal.
A cloche from the French word for bell is a tableware cover, sometimes made out of silver, though commercially available as glass, stoneware, marble, or other materials. They often resemble a bell.
Yeah, you can also call the I've heard it the room service dome.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's a cloche that you put over the.
Now here's another Tomspeak.
I love that.
This is Kenny from Battle Creek, Michigan. Said they've got a Yorkie puppy, and my 7-year-old said, "Do we need to get a dog locker?" I'm guessing
again
some kind of a little kennel for the little feller.
It really is. It's a little portable dog jail.
Okay, now it's time for you to teach me a word. What have we got today?
Oh, Tom, we got some good ones. We've been talking about different phrases and such. Let's start out with an easy one. Tom, what would I mean if I said a woman was healthy?
Oh.
I just I don't know, attractive and fit. She's healthy.
Well,
no, it's more than that.
That would definitely.
How about
what do you think,
maybe
Josh?
Ready, willing, and able? Is there a accessibility factor to that?
No,
I have a guess.
No, I would like everybody I'm with to be willing, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christy?
Is it a woman that might be a little bigger?
Yes.
Like she's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thick.
it's a positive way.
I've said
Thick
yes.
and healthy or positive.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Thick with 2 C's. Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
thick with 2 C's?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
THICC. Yes, Tom. It's a thing.
You would look at Lizzo and go, "Oh, there's a healthy woman."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say her blood pressure is probably way too high. Her cholesterol's got to be off the chart.
you know what? I misspoke by saying you would look at Lizzo and say,
You can't.
Those of us who don't mind a little
very rigid set.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He does not like
but that's
thick.
I had a homeboy that just, I used to look at him like he was from the moon because I just love all women. I don't know how you can pick and choose. But he was like, if she was over 105, 110, he was like, absolutely not.
Are you kidding?
He liked a spinner. Petite gals.
Yeah, I think they call them waifs, like when you're under a certain, like under 105 or something. Like that was what he liked.
Oh, thanks.
It blew my mind.
People will deny they have a type. I had a guy I knew in college. He denied that he had a type as he was dating his fifth woman of Asian heritage. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no reason to deny it.
Yeah, it was very clear.
Yeah.
So that was his thing. Okay, let's get on to our next word, Al Jackson.
Oh, Tom, I like this next word. Tom, what is being on the sticks mean? If I said, last night, me and Josh were on the sticks all night, what do I mean by that?
You're not the two drummers from the Allman Brothers. You'd be J-Mo, he'd be Butch. Thank you, Ace, for getting that joke.
I don't think that's what Ace is laughing at.
Just about every day, something about the Allman Brothers.
On the sticks.
You're on the sticks. Wow. So
on the sticks.
So it sounds like a positive thing. I'm on the sticks?
It is. And it's a very popular thing.
Are you camping? You're out in the woods camping? Out in the
Now,
sticks?
that's in the sticks.
No.
Well,
on the sticks.
Better than guess you have.
Josh, you have any thoughts?
That was a good guess, Chicky.
I don't know what this is. No, I'm interested to learn.
I don't know what it is either.
I got nothing.
On the sticks.
I would say most men do it every day.
I'm on the sticks.
And, yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's not sexual.
Every day? I'm thinking golf.
Yeah.
I'm thinking golfing. No?
No, good guess.
No.
Video games. You call the controllers the sticks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
so-
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so you would just say, I beat you, but, dude, pick up your stick. Let's play again. So you would just say, oh, yeah, me and Chick, we were on the sticks all night. So that
makes sense.
But it's, yeah. So it's a weird thing. I haven't been a gamer ever, really. But I had there was a guy that worked on my show, a young black kid named Leo. When I say young, he's 26. But he was a professional gamer before he started working for our show. And I was like, well, what are the hours for something like that? And he was like, 8 to 10 hours a day, every day, and you do a half day on Sunday. Of just practicing one game.
Wow.
One game.
Man.
And then apparently you're washed up by the time you're early 20s, late teens, because your hand-eye coordination, you can't keep up with the best in the world.
Wow.
It's like a gymnast.
Wow.
My nephew was
Isn't
on
that crazy?
a high school team. He was on a gaming team, and they would go to competitions and won a couple. And
Do they have cheerleaders?
You won some money? I don't think they had cheerleaders.
Not yet, but I'm sure they're coming.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Come on, Bill.
Yeah.
Go,
Press
go.
it. Okay.
Yeah, check.
On the sticks, I do like that, though.
Check cleared.
But it's
Yeah,
a very
it's a very
specific
cool way to say
reference.
it.
Okay, good. We got time for one more, Al Jackson. What is it?
All right, Tommy, what is a short king spring?
What is a what?
Okay, now is any of those references is spring as in springtime or no? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it
a
is?
short king spring.
Is it
a short romance?
No, that's a great guess, though.
We learned about Hot Girl Summer. Is it in that vein?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Josh. Yes, channel that.
Is it getting fit in the springtime so you can look great in the summertime for a guy?
No.
Okay.
Not really. But no, not really.
Use it in a sentence, please. How about that?
Okay. Christy obviously is happily with somebody, but I remember years back, she was telling me, look, all my options are open. It might even be a short king spring.
Picking up some guy and just hanging out with him for a couple of weeks, then dumping him?
No, it's just like a lot of women have parameters on height, and it's the idea that they are letting that down and just being like, hey, maybe homeboy is 5'6", but maybe, that height went somewhere else.
Oh,
you know, I'm gonna make it
see what you're
I'm gonna
saying.
make it a short king spring, and just like I'm gonna let I might date guys that I always considered maybe too short. Yeah. So just like being like, hey, he doesn't have to be 6'3". What's up, short king?
Christy's already somewhat diminutive, so.
Yeah, and it is my anniversary today, by the way. My husband's not real tall. He's like 5'8", 5'9", something like that.
Yeah, but he's not,
Hey,
he's still a foot taller than you. I mean.
He's not a foot taller.
Just practically. Short
Well,
king
first of all,
spring.
happy anniversary. I'm glad no one else said it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We've already said
We all
it.
said it. We all said it yesterday.
Yeah, they're all mad because they all had the under.
Yeah, she's been married. She's been married a year.
No. The over-under was 18 months. We
Oh,
all
was
know
it?
Yes.
Oh,
We're nowhere near the problem.
What time of day were you married?
In the evening.
So I've still got 7 hours before I have to pay out. Okay.
Technically, yes.
That's like the plot of a Jason Sudeikis movie where he's got to like ruin his buddy's marriage in the next 18 hours.
Al Jackson is a great stand-up comedian. He's also one of the hosts of DBL, the Daily Blast Live.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Al. It's always a great pleasure. We'll hope to see you soon in the flesh in the building, okay?
Soon. I love y'all.
All right.
Love you too. Bye, Al.
Now.
That was Al Jackson.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm going to tell you about Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself home security system.
Really?
Let's say you're out there on vacation. Vacations are coming up. They're bearing down on you, or as Tom would say, vacations are brutal. We all know it. You got to be out there visiting and doing. But maybe you vacation like a normal person like me. You lay on a beach, and the only problem you run into is my garage door up? Did I lock the back door? Are my windows open? Is there someone in my backyard? Well, I can get you peace of mind with Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself home security system. They have many, many indoor and outdoor high-definition cameras to choose from that watch over your property day and night. You can see it right there on your smartphone. They also have sensors to detect break-ins, fires, floods, and more. And Simply Safe named Best Home Security of 2024 by U.S. News and World Report, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. No contracts and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Simply Safe has given me and many Bob and Tom listeners real peace of mind, and now it's available to you. And you get a swell deal, 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit SimplySafeTom.com today. Show us some love. That's SimplySafeTom.com today. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
There we go. Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Now, coming up, we have a disgusting beverage that is called Malort. And you're going to find out why it's even more disgusting now. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us.
Hey, everybody, this is Tom from the Bob and Tom Show to tell you about a great cause to help support our veterans.
The number 14 ABC Supply Team Chevy will be repping homes for our troops in the Indianapolis 500.
During the month of May, ABC Supply will match donations made to homes for our troops up to $1 million to build more specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans.
To learn more and donate, visit bobandtom.com/HFOT by clicking the link below.
You look up to your parents, your grandparents, and you go there and you're having a good time because they're having a good time, and they explain it to you, and you just get caught up in the excitement. My grandfather, my mom's dad, again, they were from Speedway. They lived in Speedway, old Speedway. And after he retired from Powerfax Gas, he would work as a safety patrolman there then. And so me growing up there by the track, it being a part of my life, my whole life, that really got me connected in and just hanging out with Grandpa and him getting me seats and stuff like that all the time. But it's just, it's like anytime. It's like listening to the radio network. Kids are probably doing that now because their great-grandparents, mom and dad always did it when they were cooking out. And you take them to the track and you get them there and they're just amazed by, oh my gosh. I mean, I'll never forget. My dad, again, I grew up at 30th and Georgetown right there by the track. And in March of 1963, I was 8 years old. And I knew I had driven by the track, but I'd never been in it. And one day, Dad come home from work, And he said, they're tire testing. You want to go see it? And I go, yeah. So he puts me in the car. We go down Georgetown Road. We pull into that's when the museum was there at the first turn. It didn't get moved into the infield till 1977. And we park right there, and we walk in the main gate. It was free. And I'll never forget walking up the steps in the Grandstand D and walking in and looking and seeing. I can still see in my mind what I saw in March of 1963, my first look at the infield. Holy moly. Look, this is huge. And all of a sudden, there went Eddie Sachs in a red and white front engine Roadster. And like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And I think kids, and they're right there with your dad or their grandparents or whomever, and they experience that, and they get caught up in it, you know? And I mean, some kids, maybe that doesn't happen until they're a teenager and they're down drinking when they aren't supposed to be in the infield somewhere or something like that, but it just grows on you, you know? And then living in Eagledale, you know, spring fever is bad enough on a kid. You're 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. I went to school 79 right up on 34th Street. Of course, there's no air conditioning. Windows are open. Well, May 1st starts, and all you hear is race cars. And I could tell the difference between an Offie and a Ford. I'm going, oh, man, that's probably Foyt going through Ford. Oh, that's an Offie. Okay, that's probably Bobby Hunter. And, you know, I'm trying to learn my Gozintas as Jethro, you know. I'm trying to learn 4 times 5. Who cares? Listen, oh, man, that was a Ford. That was probably Mario. Man, it's just killing me, sitting in there, you know. So that place, again, my first 500 was in 67, and I've been to every one since. But I think just going there with your parents and sharing that experience with them and that bond, and just the spectacle that is what goes on there race day, gets you hooked.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com, check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Here at the Bob and Tom Radio Laboratories, we've discovered that if you listen to the Bob and Tom Radio Show in the morning, you're going to be all right. However, if you don't listen, there could be some serious side effects, including general discomfort, memory loss, head spins, confusion, memory loss, itching.
Bob and Tom mornings on 104.7 WTUE.
Confusion, itching, bloating. Ah!
And you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nut and Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nut and Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nut and Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
Well, internet porn.
Well, there's
photography. You know, people don't go. Yeah, photography. People don't go to porn shops anymore.
No?
You know, because of the internet.
Oh, that's true.
But I think you miss out on the social aspect.
Is there a social aspect to that?
Yeah, well, you avoid eye contact. Try to hide your titles. Tranny. Oh, no, I was working on my car. The other day, I was watching gay porn.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I was watching pro wrestling.
Hunting is huge in Michigan. I don't want to upset any hunters because generally they're very well armed. But I am not a hunter. I don't get the deer hunting thing. I don't understand it. Mainly for this reason. I think it's unfair. The deer hunting season coincides with the deer mating season. Everyone know that? The deer just trying to hook up.
Yeah.
You know, that's not fair. I mean, picture yourself. You're at a bar. It's late at night. Last call. You're sitting there. Somebody sneaks up behind you dressed as a chair.
Right.
Shoot you in the head.
That's not fair.
It's not fair at all.
Hi, this is Rodney Carrington, and you are listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin over there, Christy, Josh, Ace. I'm Chip McGee. With a quick reminder, this Sunday, Jimmy Pardo will be hosting Pardcast 2024. That's right, this Sunday, May 25th, from 3 p.m. to midnight Pacific time. That's noon to 9 in God's country. So there you go. Pardo, and Jimmy's coming in
next week
in the studio. He'll be here next week.
And the Pardcast is...
Pardcast this Sunday again.
But it's a benefit, right?
It's a benefit for the Smile Train. That's exactly right. Jimmy and his Never Not Funny crew have raised over $1.5 million
that is a great program.
Cleft charity. That's exactly
fantastic. Right. Helps out kids. That's a terrific thing. If you get a chance, be sure to tune in and tell Jimmy that we said hello. Right now, I'm glad you're tuned in now because something special is about to happen.
What?
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice?
Just a lie.
Ace Cosby,
And it's
here
loud.
he is with his joke of the day.
Big drama in the house with the little woman. She's fed up with me mixing up my directions.
Oh.
So I packed my bags and write.
Yes. Yeah. He messes his directions up so badly. He didn't pack his bags and left. He packed his bags and right.
That's a high concept joke.
Speaking of right, the right thing to do for Dad this Father's Day is get him Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com. Order delicious gift packages starting at $89 with code BTS at checkout. Satisfaction guaranteed, much like Ace satisfies us every day with the joke of the day.
That was a good one, Ace. I like that very much. Thank you so much. Now, it's time to turn back to the Silac News Desk with Miss Christy Lee.
Malort.
Malort?
Malort. That's actually a liquor flavored with anise or wormwood.
Well, who's is it my niece? I don't have any nieces. I don't have any brothers
or anise.
Anise.
It's licorice type of flavor.
It was introduced in Chicago in the 1930s, known for its extremely bitter taste. Malort has been described as infamous and the worst booze ever. It can be found in some Chicago area bars and liquor stores, though, still to date, and it's hard to find elsewhere in the United States. But now, a Chicago area brew pub is serving cicada-infused Malort.
Not to this guy, they're not.
Noon Whistle Brewing and Lombard announced the new offering, stating, quote, "Prepare yourself for a once-in-a-lifetime experience." The brewery reports that the locally harvested cicadas used in the beverage bring, quote, "a flavor reminiscent of succulent lobster."
Succulent.
As opposed to the secular lobster, those that don't worship on Sunday.
Non-Whistle Brewery notes that cicadas are not only edible, but they are packed with protein and low in fat, though people with shellfish allergies are advised not to ingest cicada products.
Yeah, that's actually serious.
Yeah, don't eat a cicada.
If you're allergic to shellfish.
And they say that you can actually add your own cicada husks for extra flavor if you would like.
I don't know why.
Malort.
I always think it's funny when I hear shellfish.
Oh, you like shellfish?
Yeah.
I know why.
I can't be in a relationship with you, Pat. You're too shellfish.
Have you tried Malort? I've heard it's just ghastly.
I have not.
That's kind of a thing.
It's an acquired taste, is that right?
Well, they kind of sit it down in front of you and, go ahead, drink this. It's one of those.
And then sit back and laugh because it tastes so horrible.
Now, you know me. I don't like to try anything new.
Maybe we could make something special for you. A Malortarita.
Malortarita.
Skinny. I'd like a skinny Malortarita.
I don't see you.
It's like a peppermint vomit.
I don't see you participating in any sort of double the value of your dollar margarita night over there. I don't see.
You're correct.
I don't see that happening.
You're a visionary.
But I would have a strawberry marg.
Applebee's on a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Dollar margaritas.
Is that fun? Right?
Sure.
Very.
I'm big on the skinny marg.
Love margaritas.
Right? Tom, no?
Skinny margarita?
Pat, you're no longer eligible, right? Didn't you?
No, yeah. I'm just saying back in the day.
Didn't you lose your eligibility?
Thing.
Yeah, they really
You
are.
can still fantasize. You can remember.
I would imagine there are virgin margaritas out there.
Mocktails.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I would rather, these days, I'd rather just have the tequila. The margaritas could be a little sweet.
That's why you do the skinny ones or use Fresca.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you ever put one of those little umbrellas in just a regular drink because you feel festive?
I haven't.
Do you have those in your house at the bar? Do
Absolutely.
You?
So you mean like an iced tea?
Every now and then. I put a,
umbrella?
Pop in your Metamucil. little,
That's you.
Little orange umbrella.
That's you eating Metamucil like they've stopped making it. Yes, that's you.
I'm on the musil again. I like it.
The cookie or the
actual drink?
Powder?
Oh, the drink.
It's a wonder you get anything
Are you using
done.
your little shaker thing like you
You
got
know
me?
it.
Oh, I love that thing.
Well, I've got to take off, but Christy, we have time for one more quick story.
New data indicates that daily marijuana use now outpaces daily drinking in the United States.
Oh, okay. Well, this is daily. I bet drinking is still up.
According to an analysis of data from the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, an estimated 17.7 million people reported using marijuana daily compared to 14.7 million daily drinkers.
Lies.
In 1992, less than 1
You're
million
telling me in the
people
United
reported
States, only, let's round that up, only 15 million people are drinking every day? No.
Every day, Tom.
Every day?
I know a million of them.
Wait a minute.
And I don't have that many friends.
How many? What we got? 300 million? 330?
Yeah.
330, 300 million. And you say, how many? 15 million?
We have 14.7 million daily drinkers.
You say that's way low.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 7 days a week drinking. I think that works. I think those numbers work.
That's a lot of booze.
Now, this isn't...
This is probably self-reporting, and people aren't going to admit that they're doing it.
This isn't...
Drive by Total Wine. They got a parking lot that's full all the time. You know why?
Well, so do
they have great
dispensaries.
products. Yeah.
Yes, but there's a certain thing that goes on in your head that makes something a reality, and I think that's what we're dealing with here.
Okay, well,
how many do you... seriously, how many? If it's not 15 million? 10%?
40.
40 million people.
Over 10%.
Drink every day, absolutely.
Also, no. The people I know who love to drink don't do it every day. The people I know who love to smoke pot do it every day.
Well, that's why they've... Well, let's
I think
forget
that
the
might be
numbers. The larger point here is that marijuana allegedly has surpassed...
That's the first.
No, I don't think that's fair to say either.
But it's good news for Doritos. Remember how I was saying yesterday, this is the golden age for stoners?
Mm-hmm.
When you've got Sour Patch Oreos or whatever the hell they are. I just had to say one thing, and marijuana did it without marketing and commercials in the Super Bowl. So
that's true.
Bravo to them. There's
Bravo
still some.
and bravo.
There's still some of us who like to live bareback. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Now, Dorito use. I'm going to say that's half. It's 150 million people probably have a Dorito every day.
But daily?
Daily? No.
Yes.
We haven't had a
Every
Dorito
day.
in years.
Daily
Every day.
Doritos.
A Dorito a day keeps the doctor away.
What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we have healthy food in the news, a room with a view in Italy that made someone very upset, and a chimpanzee story that'll put a smile on your face.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules,
I never forget one time we were doing a show. We were doing the Bob and Tom show. I was on it there on Carb Morning, and they were live in the infield. Townsend Bell, I had gotten Townsend Bell when he was still driving to be on the show. So at that morning, I was Tom, Christy, Townsend Bell. Pat McAfee was sitting here, then Bob, and Chick McGee. Okay. And so we're talking back and forth. And at one point, Tom looks at Townsend Bell and he goes, "So Townsend, who do you think is going to win the Indianapolis 500 this year?" And Townsend Bell looks right at Pat McAfee. He goes, "Pat, you're a professional athlete. Do you ever get used to the media asking you stupid questions?" Bob and Chick hit their feet. They were applauding, standing ovation. Oh my gosh! One of the biggest laughs. It was just phenomenal.
We
we are here for a rare treat. We have one of the greats, Richard Petty, of course, one of the few guys who can call him that kid. Who's that little kid? That is the great Tom Carnegie. Mr. Carnegie, what a pleasure to see you, sir.
How's it going, man?
How many years is it, sir? Is it 61 years? How many years at the Speedway?
Well, I did 61 races, which covered a span of 60 years plus 1 day.
That's great. Every time, you'll see.
And that was the horrible day I spent with Bob and Tom.
Thank you, sir. It's great. We'll be watching that old footage.
Yeah.
You'll see the old black and white footage in the background. You'll go, that's Tom Carnegie. Well, it's such a great pleasure to have you. Are you going to get to do any announcing today?
I can't hear you. Is that Derek Daly?
That is Derek Daly. You might have met Mr. Richard Petty right there.
Well, I recognize him.
And his friend Todd Whitworth is here from Window
used to
World.
come up here and bother me a lot.
Did he now?
He tried to keep me from setting a track record.
I just love the way you say it's a new track record. Now, we're probably not going to hear that today.
And it's a new track record.
We did get to
There you go, see?
The stuff of legend, the great Tom Carnegie. Are you going to be able to get on the PA today? Do we know? Is that the plan? Does anybody know? Yes? You're going to get to talk in the public address system, I understand.
No, not. This is the only address system I'll be on.
Okay.
Is the Bob and Tom show.
Okay.
And then you'll wear me out, and I won't be good for anything.
Okay. Well,
He does that to me every day.
Can we talk real quick? We only have a few minutes, and I know Mr. Petty is very busy as well. Can we talk real quick about some of your favorites from the old days?
Richard Petty, when he'd show up, was an old favorite. I like Jim Rathman very, very much. He won the race here, one of my old-time favorites. And, oh, gosh, Tom Sneva.
1983 winner, Tom Sneva.
Yeah, there's the first man to go 200 miles an hour. And he predicted that he was going to do it the night before qualifications. And he sure did. And you know why I loved him? Because every lap he beat his record. So I got to say 5 times it's a new track record.
Okay.
So my all-time hero is Tom Sneva. Derek Daly was always fighting for 33rd start.
See, usually I'm the only one that tries to insult Derek here, but now...
Tom Carnegie, however, did get me started on my next career in television, because he was actually the one that put me on television on Channel 6 here in town 20-something years ago.
He was a poor Irishman, came over here, needed a job, and I hired him. And
then you fired me.
$300 for the whole month. And he wasn't worth it.
Sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch.
They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
Jeff Rothband is our guest. Jeff is a fine comedian.
I actually had to do that once.
What?
Be a pallbearer. And that,
Oh, my
that's
God.
heavy.
Yes,
That's a
it's
heavy job.
Yeah, I actually had to go to a funeral, and I was asked to be a pallbearer, and I always a pallbearer.
Never the corpse.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom Radio. 24.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Pat.
Yes.
We're having a song this break.
This break?
It's dealer's choice.
Okay.
Whatever you'd like.
I know what I want to do.
All right. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and we have a special guest on the telephone. It's Chris Blair.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hey, man. What's going on?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good
to hear from you.
Bad.
Chris is the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Worldwide Technology Raceway right there in the greater St. Louis area. And you guys have a big event coming up next weekend, do you not?
Yes, we do. That's one of the great things about Indy 500 week. It wakes everybody up to the fact that it's racing season. And, you know, that week right after the Indy 500, everybody's eyes are going to be turning to St. Louis for NASCAR Cup Series, the Enjoy Illinois 300.
Yeah, it's last year Kyle Busch was your winner, was he not?
Oh,
he's been in the
yes,
news
he
recently.
Was.
Yeah,
that was actually Kyle's last win. So we're hoping he comes back with a head full of steam and ready to get a little bit of revenge.
I think he'll be there.
I think he'll have some steam.
If he's not racing, he'll be punching somebody. I know that. Maybe you never know about that.
We can only hope. You know, when I was watching that race the other night, and when that happened, I was like, I got down on my knees and thank God for the gift of all time. 2 weeks after the race.
Yes, sir. And you're going to have a concert? And one of my favorites, St. Louis is kind of my adopted city.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you knew this.
I had no idea.
It's my hometown.
It's the only city in the United States with a handle. You know that. with the arch. And I love Ludacris is going to be there. Is that right?
We got a little bit of everybody, yeah. So what we did when we created this race 2 years ago, we added the Confluence Music Festival. Folks at Worldwide Technology wanted to bring something special to the NASCAR weekend. So in addition to 2 great days of racing, we also have Ludacris on Saturday night. We have T-Pain on Sunday, Big and Rich, Riley Green, a total of 30 bands covering a little bit of everything's going on. So there's a music festival, there's a race, we have wrestling on the midway, we have a car show.
Whoa.
You got to get Kyle Busch over there, see if he can wrestle. That's it.
Oh, trust me. That's already been requested.
That's gotta happen. Yep.
The Stenhouse Busch rematch.
Yeah, there we go.
Or they call it cage matches in wrestling, don't they?
If there's a cage.
There's a cage match. There's UFC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to order the cage ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the great things about my job is I get to decide who gets parked next to who in the driver-owner motorhome lot. So I've already got things planned out.
Wow.
What are some other perks about your jobs, Chris?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what is going to be one of the greatest. It could go terribly wrong or terribly well in a few days. We'll find out.
Oh, it's going to be a great weekend. That's June 1st and 2nd in the greater St. Louis area with some wonderful concerts, some great NASCAR action, and it's just a great time. You have a great track out there. You got an IndyCar race coming up in August as well.
Yeah, that's one of the things. We're the only track in the nation currently that hosts NASCAR, IndyCar, and NHRA. So we have a little bit of everything coming to town. And, in August 16th and 17th, we have the Bommarito Automotive Group 500. It's 500K for those of you that are bad at math. We're just trying to make it sound bigger. And, and that's on that weekend, we also have the Silver Crown Series. So that's always good for all those Indiana fans that want to make their way over and check out those guys. And coming back in September, we have the NHRA Midwest National. So we've got something for everybody.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but is that IndyCar race it's under the lights, right? It's a night race?
That is correct. It's one of the few. We're a very unique oval, and showcasing those cars under the lights on our racetrack. Because I don't know if you're familiar with our track, but it's kind of a egg-shaped. It doesn't know exactly what it is. Kind of oval. It's,
all right.
There's long straightaways, tight turns on one end, big turns on the other. It creates some great racing. So it's always a good show when IndyCar comes there.
Well, we're looking forward to NASCAR coming there next weekend. The Enjoy Illinois 300, June 1st and 2nd. And boy, you do have some great entertainment. That's going to be a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
And it says here your race ticket is your concert ticket, and you go to www.traceway.com to get all set with tickets. Is that right?
It sounds like you're reading that off the script. Yeah, that's right. We're...
All right, Chris, enough out of your mouth, Chris. I tell you what, that's exactly right, Chris. I was reading it out loud.
But yeah, that's the truth. There's no hidden fees or hidden surprises. You buy your ticket, it gets you the race, it gets you the concert, it gets you the full-blown experience when you come over here to visit us.
All right.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
We appreciate you calling and telling us all about it, Chris. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
That's going to be a fun time.
Chris Blair from Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois.
Yep, right outside St. Louis.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful track.
It really is a cool track. I've been over there, yeah.
Do you have a like a camper set up over there? You're going to go watch the race, Josh?
I sadly don't, but there are plenty that I see out there when I drive by, and boy, it's a party.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good time.
Night race.
I'm looking up some stuff on it.
What are you looking up?
Just stuff about the Speedway.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
been in a while. I saw a huge concert there.
That interview's over. You don't need to be looking that up anymore.
I'm still interested.
The flames still.
Christy, what else is happening in the news from the news desk?
Let's see what is happening.
Yeah.
A woman's dream vacation to Italy went sour.
It's not Jason Momoa?
No. Well, she might have been dreaming about Jason Momoa while she was in Italy, but what was purported to be a room with a view turned out to be a room with a window facing a massive poster of an ocean vista placed on the wall of a building across the street. Man.
I love this so much.
The victim, Miss Clarissa Murgia, posted a video onto TikTok detailing how she shelled out for an idyllic seaside hotel room, and upon arriving, discovered her seaside view was a fake. You don't think that's a victim?
No. It's unfortunate, but we don't need to call her a victim.
You know what would make her feel better, though, because I'm sure she's embarrassed a little bit by what happened. Am I right?
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe a song from Pat Godwin will pick her up. How about that? I hope she's listening.
Well, you know what was going on about a year ago to the day?
What?
A little marriage.
Oh.
A little wedding.
A little wedding thing.
Yeah, I got married.
Got married again.
I got married again.
Yeah.
So this was written a year ago for you. Let's do it right now.
All right.
Thanks, Ben.
In case you haven't heard about Christy Lee, she got married a year ago to Andy. When he proposed, she said, "What the hell's one more?" Welcome to the family. Christy's husband number 4. Her first 3 marriages just didn't stick. Christy was 0 for 3 and tied with Chick. Now he wants to date and even up the score.
That's right.
Who'll win the title of Chick's ex-wife number 4?
That's right. Phone lines are open and emails ready.
They say having marriages will end in divorce. That number seems too low. I need to find out the source. Our show is 9 for 9, including my 2, of course. And even Tom, and we all know he's hung like a horse.
Yeah.
Forget the odds. We wish you 2 both the best.
Thank you.
We know your love is gonna pass the test. But just in case it doesn't and your marriage takes a dive, may we suggest Josh Arnold for your husband number 5.
I'm right here, baby.
Yeah.
Your husband number 5. Your husband number 5.
I closed my nose. I held my eyes. No, that's not right.
Thank you, Pat. That was lovely.
I took a drink. You know what you need to for a first date out on the deck? Josh,
What do you
how
need?
about some Omaha steak?
That is a really good, nice first date. Yeah.
Would you bring your lady home to your house on your
That's
first date?
right here.
Yeah.
Sit down,
Right in the
woman.
deck.
And that's probably not a good idea, is it?
No, but second or third date, that'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Omaha
cook her some
steaks.
dinner.
I'm never leaving.
That's pretty.
What?
Now I know where you live.
Oh, my God.
Hope you like Poppins.
Hope you like children.
Well, maybe that won't work out. But what will work out?
What will work out?
Father's Day. That's right.
Oh, my God, no.
With Father's Day right around the corner, give him a gift that's guaranteed to take him to his happy place. Give him Omaha Steaks, because a world-class father deserves a world-class steak. And the Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks, they've made it easy with hand-selected gift packages starting at only $89. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. You're going to get an additional discount when you shop gourmet gift packages for Old Dad's Day. Pick from premium proteins like the juicy pork chops, air-chilled chicken, beefy burgers. Your dad is guaranteed to love every bite. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS. It's going to get you exclusive savings. Shop for unforgettable gifts guaranteed to make Dad's Day. Because look, if there's one thing Omaha Steaks knows, it's that dads want steak. That's omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. Save on exclusive packages starting at only $89.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back with more
Stuff.
frivolity
Yeah.
and
A lot of animal news coming up.
and a surprise.
Oh, really?
No, I'm lying.
You're just being Tom?
I'm just being Tom. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Reno Collier, and you're listening.
Hey guys, Santino Frucci here, driving at the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing Homes for Troops Chevrolet. We're here at the Indianapolis 500. We just want to give a shout out to Homes for Troops. They build custom housing for veterans that have fought, that have disabilities, and they pay for the whole house. They pay for all the monthly expenses. They really take care of our troops when they come back from fighting overseas. So it is a fantastic organization, one of the best you can donate to.
I'd known Mike Pence since 1998 when I was working for WIBC and we moved downtown. He was working on Radio Network Indiana, and our offices were right next to each other. And this was before he ran for Congress and won, and way before governor and all that. And so we would go to lunch twice a week and just talk about that, this or the other. So then he became a congressman, and then he ran for governor, and I got to help with his campaign a little bit. I mean, I hosted his announcement party that he was running for governor, and I did I hosted his prayer breakfast as part of his inauguration and all that. So I was, just thrilled that, he and Karen had been lifted to this point. So in 2017, he had just been sworn in as vice president. And he was coming back to the 500 for the first time as vice president. And I'll never forget that morning, like 5 Black Hawk helicopters coming in and landing back on the golf course. These guys aren't jacking around, let me tell you. So it was set up that I would interview him in the suite that he was going to be in the second term on like lap 30 or 40. They were going to pick me up on like lap 30 and have me go up there. So I'm back in the garage area. And that year, I've been, thankfully, I've been on the 9th floor of the Pagoda for the 500 on the radio network. I've been in the North Pits. I've been here, there, and the other. Well, that year, I'm in the garage area and the hospital. That's what I'm covering. I'm the guy nobody wants to talk to because you've either broke or you crashed if you're talking to Dave. So it gets to be about half an hour before the start of the 500. And, of course, oftentimes on the first laps, there's an accident, and so I would have to go to the hospital and interview somebody. And then in like an hour, I'm supposed to go interview the vice president. So I thought, I better take care of business. So I go in the bathroom. I'm the only one back there. Everybody else is out on the starting grid. So I go to the bathroom, and I got a belt on that's holding up my pants, and I got another belt that's holding up my radio gear. So I get everything all situated, and I'm holding up my radio network belt with my little finger, and things are going fine. And all of a sudden, my finger slipped off that belt, and the river jumped off its banks all over the front of my pants, my khaki pants. A half an hour before the start of the race, an hour before I'm supposed to interview the vice president, I'm surrounded by 300,000 people. There's no way I'm going to run home and get another pair of pants. So, man, I'm grabbing towels and I'm wiping to beat the band. Oh, my gosh. And I do that. So, again, I'm the only one back there. So I jump on my golf cart and I run over to the south part of the garage area. And I'm standing out there in the sun and the wind going, come on, Mother Nature. And thank goodness, A, nobody crashed on the first lap. And B, my pants dried. Because what would what would be the reaction of the Secret Service when I come walking up to interview the vice president with Lake Michigan on my pants? So, but thankfully they all dried out. But I got to thinking afterwards, every square inch of that infield is covered with video. So somewhere on the 9th floor of the pagoda, there's a guy staring at a bank of monitors going, will you look at that? Wilson pissed his pants.
It turns and sways.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the call. Have a great day today. We're going to move
And I got
forward.
one more thing. May I say one more thing? I've been waiting 20-some years for this. Is everybody listening?
Yeah, we're listening.
Uh-huh. Okay. Chick, go back 20-some years, 1998, Fort Wayne, Indiana, all weekend with me.
What? There we go.
Yes. Finally.
I have, okay, whatever you say.
Okay, remember, and listen to this. You went by your real name when you checked in, and you invited me for the weekend. Now, wait.
Oh, God.
I'm going to get shot for this. And you ordered grapes and Miller Lite beer.
Yeah, that sounds like me, all right.
That's right.
Yep, that's me, okay.
Okay, Deborah, we got to go here. Christy, give me the teaser.
I must really love you.
Call me old-fashioned, but
Hell, you got the tattoo. Why not?
my wife actually got pregnant on our wedding night.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, not by me. It was a crazy night. But either way, I'm getting a brother. So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't think her parents like me, though, because apparently when you meet someone's mother, you're not supposed to hug her and go, oh, yeah.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control.
Yes. And the relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Tom taking an hour off, giving himself a treat.
He's had it.
Well deserved. Brady.
He's listening. He's graduation, 5th grade graduation.
Isn't that exciting? Man, he's doing 5th grade all over again.
He flunked the 4th grade.
For one of his, or as Christy once said on the air, we all stopped having kids when you're supposed to.
Well, we're normal aged.
I'm not jealous at all of all that. Anyway, what are we doing? We're in the newscast, aren't we?
You could adopt a kid. Here you go.
Like,
what was that?
A 25-year-old?
Yes. Adopt like a grown man.
That's right.
Yeah.
25-year-old Stevie. Huh? Want to go see a movie, Stevie? Let's go.
You could have the talk.
You could have the talk.
You could have the talk.
Oh, I could tell them all about birds and the bees.
Yeah,
Why not? Why not?
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees
and the quaaludes and the trees.
Oh, whoa.
Christy?
No quaaludes there. Okay. A chimpanzee at a Chinese zoo helped a visitor who'd lost a shoe in its enclosure.
Is that right?
Okay, I have a lot of questions.
It's
First
on
of all,
my
why
foot.
is the person inside their... Well, the guest accidentally dropped the sandal into the chimp exhibit at the Shindio Mountain National Park. It's a wildlife park, not national park.
Shindio. Huh?
Shindio, or Shindao. Video shows a 14-year-old chimp named Dong Dong.
Dong Dong.
Picking up the shoe, playing with it, while the shoe's owner implores a staff member for help.
That's what's the name of the chimp again?
Dong Dong.
Come in. There you go.
When a keeper commands the primate to return the shoe quickly, Dong Dong immediately tosses the sandal back at the visitors.
Take that.
According to the keeper, Dong
After
Dong.
having the sandal in his mouth for 3 hours.
Yeah, masturbate.
Has a foot fetish, Dong Dong. Actually, Dong Dong, very intelligent, according to his keeper, and has returned
Really?
lost items to visitors in the past.
Ah.
I always enjoy that somebody will say, well, pigs are very intelligent. Well, how do you know they're intelligent?
You ever tried talking to one?
Have you ever tried to have a conversation with a pig?
They just look at you.
Okay, I know you're going
Staring
to sit
blankly.
there and go, "Oh, there's nothing funny down this
I would
road."
never do that.
But I've seen videos of chimpanzees in Japan working on a computer screen, and they flash up numbers, and the random numbers, and then literally flash. They go away, and they have to pick the numbers back. Like they do it faster than I've ever seen anything in my entire life. They put them in order. The numbers.
There's nothing funny about any of this. I don't know.
I know. Thank you. No, but they're
also.
just so amazingly smart. It's crazy.
I saw a billboard for a zoo that said, we have coming soon, we have chimps. Yeah, you should. You're a zoo.
Well, now
What else do you have?
There
Squirrels?
once was a zoo that I knew about, and they didn't have very many great animals at all.
Really?
Like a
Was
house
it
cat, a dog.
like a petting zoo?
Come on.
Yeah, no, it wasn't any good at all.
Dog.
That's not a zoo.
What kind of dog does it matter?
It was a mastiff, as I recall.
If you're a zoo and you don't already have chimps, you're not a zoo.
Okay, wait a minute. You're going to make me mad.
Oh, boy.
There's a reason I brought this up.
I know.
Just a petting park.
It's a chimpanzee exhibit like none other in the world.
So that zoo already has chimps. They're just...
No, we haven't had chimps for a long, long time. We just got them.
What a joke.
No, chimps.
No, but they had birds. They had colorful birds.
We have macaws.
Yeah, there they
of
are.
course.
Yeah.
See those in any tree and then...
Really?
Would you like to see
When was the last time you saw a macaw out in the yard?
Would you want to see a bunch of monkeys, chimps?
I love
whatever
zoos.
they are playing golf? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I would love it. Yes.
Okay.
And they're driving golf carts and they're... Yes.
I might get in trouble for saying this, but there's a chimpanzee there, and she's big.
I thought
You're on a board of a zoo.
I thought you bumped into her last night. Is that right? Was that last night?
Last night I was at an exhibit of chimpanzees, but one of the chimpanzees.
I thought you were showing the pictures. Am I getting this story
Oh yeah,
right?
there's a chimpanzee that likes to look pictures of your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he'll like swipe his finger like
To watch more?
Really?
Yes.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
How insane does she sound right now?
It's-
Well, I went to the zoo. I like to let the monkeys look at my pictures.
They're not monkeys, they're chimpanzees. They're
Whatever.
apes. But one of our apes, she looks like she should be living in a trailer park going, yeah, you want to smoke?
She's just kind of...
got that look on her face.
She's lived.
That noble jaw.
Exactly. She's lived a hard life.
1,000-yard stare.
Let me ask you, do they smell? If you were to hold a chimp, is it gross?
You're not holding the chimps. You're not that close.
They won't even let you
There's
hold
a
them.
glass.
You guys got chimps, and now you can't hold
What
them.
kind of
Is
zoo
that
doesn't
right?
let you hold the animals?
Oh my god!
I don't want to go to a zoo if I can't pet whatever I want.
These are wild animals we put back in the wild environment.
I want to have an elephant. Can I have an elephant put a hat on my head? I'd like to do that.
I could probably arrange.
Put it in.
I'm going to ride a tiger.
Pat, if you were allowed to pet or ride any animal in a zoo, what would you pick?
Oh, giraffe.
Oh, really?
You'd
ride a giraffe?
Hang on for dear life. That'd be fun.
Just legs and arms around that neck.
Did you see there's a video online of a chiropractor adjusting a giraffe's neck?
No, there isn't.
And the giraffe is so thankful.
Wow.
It's the craziest thing you'll see ever.
And that's real.
And he's doing that with the, and you hear
Adjusting,
these cracks, and then all of a sudden, the giraffe puts his head on the guy's shoulder, and they just hug for like 5 minutes. It's wonderful.
That's very nice.
Animals are amazing.
I've seen a dog chiropractor that will adjust their necks, and the dogs are so... The dogs are bummed out at first, and then they go, oh, my gosh, this guy saved me.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Really sweet.
It's like taking a thorn.
Animals need adjusting, too, don't they?
Sure.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Just being in a zoo.
I love zoos.
Authorities at what?
Christy, take me backstage.
Sure, I'll take you backstage.
Caitlin Clark has said that she's looking forward to the big party at the zoo this year. She's already came out in public and said that.
Did she really?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
I don't know if she's in town for it, but she's heard about it and wants to go.
I'm chairing that event. Didn't even know about it.
There you go. There you go.
Great.
Yep.
Hey, authorities in Florida removed a 5-foot-long alligator from a 104-year-old woman's home.
Oh, jeez. Isn't it amazing how much home and whole start the same way?
It was going to be somewhat like a Led Zeppelin story.
Oh.
The Jacksonville
Is
Sheriff's...
that now, that's a true story. The Allman Brothers and Led Zeppelin were backstage, and
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said officers responded to the nuisance alligator call.
Nuisance. Hey, it's a real nuisance when this gator bites my leg off.
What a nuisance.
Licensed trapper Mike Dragic was brought in to capture the gator. Video footage shared online shows one of the officers addressing the gator saying, "You got to leave the grandmas alone."
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I didn't know she was 104.
I'm bad. My bad.
I'm amazed she's living on her own at 104. Good for you, Granny.
Well, her family's dead.
Who's she going to live with? Everybody's gone.
She's not living with me, I can tell you that.
Her grandkids are dead.
You want her to live with you, Josh?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'd love to have a
What's that guy's
104-year-old
name?
roommate.
Dragic?
Dragic?
Dragic the line. Remember that song?
Or Dragic. It might be Dragic.
Dragic the line.
Deet, deet. Dragic the line. Dragic the line.
It might be Dragic. I apologize, Mark, if that's you.
Dragic.
We've talked about the goat yoga trend, right?
I'm sick of it, yes.
Well, what about piglet yoga?
They're cute.
I saw this picture online, and I want to get a pig so I can do yoga with it.
Yoga classes in Massachusetts are selling out within hours.
Yeah, they are.
And people are coming from far away to participate.
Hamlet's a good name for a piglet.
These piglets are named Wilbur.
Okay, from
Charlotte.
Charlotte's Web, yeah.
Charlotte.
Charlotte was the spider.
Spider, right?
And Bluey.
Wilbur was the pig. It's not naming him Charlotte. It's named
One of the pigs is Charlotte.
One is Wilbur, one is Charlotte,
That's
one
a
is
spider.
Bluey.
Yeah, I know.
Wilbur 1 and Wilbur 2. You know, that was my dad's name.
Wilbur 2?
Wilbur. Just Wilbur. No numbers.
Your dad's name was Wilbur?
Some go with Junior.
I was real close to Wilbur 2.
Did they call him Will?
Gene, his middle name, Eugene.
Wilbur Eugene?
Uh-huh.
But they call him Gene.
Or the defendant, or... I'm not...
Did you call him Pop? Dad?
Ferd?
Ferd.
I've told you this story. I called him Ferd because on Laugh In, they had this...
That's right.
They had this sketch where the next door neighbor, they all had red hair and red...
Oh, right, yeah.
All the kids had red hair. The wife had red hair, and the dad had brown hair. And that was the Farkle family. And then Ferd Burfel, the next door neighbor, had red hair, but Frank Farkle had brown hair.
Yeah,
So when Ferd Burfel would come over, he would look at Frank and go, "Fine looking family you got here, Frank." So you could see what's happening there. And he laughed about that, so I called him Ferd.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah, all our dads are dead.
He would have been 39, so that was 85.
Really?
85.
Totally doable.
Yeah,
right?
not unheard of by any means.
You're going to make it to 85.
Who, me?
Yes. Of course.
Not if I have anything to say about it, I can tell you that.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay, we're back to the piglets, right?
All right, yeah. Yoga pigs.
These little piglets are doing downward dog at Beyond Yoga and Wellness in Spencer, Mass. Instructor Ashley Busquet says she's not...
Did you say Ashley
Busquet?
You said butt crack.
Butt crack or butt scratch?
You guys are hearing what you want to hear. It's Busquet.
Oh, now it's Pussycat.
Busquet.
Puss scratch?
Sweet.
What about Emily Puss Scratch?
I want Tom back. At least he only has one person interrupting me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right.
We are acting like the teacher has left the room.
Yeah, we are.
Says not to worry if piglets climb on top or want to cuddle. One woman says the piglets kept her mind from wandering, which is hard to do in this day and age. Another said she would have skipped the yoga altogether and just gone all piglet if she had her opportunity to do that.
Is there anything worse than having a pig in your bed?
Authorities in Tokyo are struggling to deal with problems caused by an especially wily invasive species, North American raccoons.
What are they doing there?
The city reported the number of raccoons living in the wild in Tokyo and its surrounding areas has skyrocketed in recent years.
Where's that, Japan?
Yeah. That's where Tokyo is. Yeah.
Oh, Tokyo.
The raccoons have reportedly caused more than $3 million in crop damage in hills west of Tokyo.
Heels?
Heels. I guess maybe somebody brought a raccoon in as a pet or something, and that's what's happened.
How do they know they're from North America?
They have.
They have
I Love New York T-shirts on.
A QR code on their foot, their left foot, on the heel.
Oh, yeah, they're born with those now.
Yeah, they're born
genetically.
With those. 1, 2, 3. We can track them.
You like raccoons, Christy?
Yes, my friend, when I was growing up in the trailer park, they had a raccoon as a pet. It was the cutest little thing.
I've always wondered who's more white trash, me or Christy? And I'm telling you, you just really jumped up.
What was the name of the raccoon?
I don't think you passed
Rocky,
me yet, but it's getting closer.
Scratchy.
Had to be Rocky.
Rocky the raccoon.
And it would sit on the back of the couch and play with your hair all the time.
That's something.
Spreading
Fresh from the
nits and
dumpster.
lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Mountain Dew hands.
Yeah.
Rocky raccoon. I'm going to get that boy.
I like that song.
It's all right.
Susan, if you're listening, you know exactly who I'm talking about. She and her brothers, they had that. It was a cute little raccoon. It was so sweet.
I'm sure she's listening, plugged into her oxygen tank.
No, she's younger than me. She was a lot younger than me. Memphis Barbecue is elevated to fine dining under the sun at the annual World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest. Techniques are passed on from generation to generation, and a multicultural community of pit masters, chefs, and culinary athletes have become united by food.
Culinary athletes.
That's right.
Okay.
Team comprised of people from Mexico, New Zealand, Norway, Canada, and Brazil all descend on Memphis to learn from and compete with mostly American teams in the so-called Super Bowl of Swine.
I bet it's just amazing.
Can you imagine how good that's going to taste?
Pat, are you a griller?
No. I'm not very good at it.
You gonna learn?
No, they won't let him. They won't let him have. He lives in an apartment. No grills.
No grills.
Right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Even the electric ones, you can't even have that?
I can't do any of that, no.
Whoa.
Can you?
Do they have a community grill?
They do. They have
Oh, at the clubhouse?
At the
you go over there. Is that where
we call it the swing house?
Is that right?
It's crazy.
Is there a pineapple on the door there? At the swing
pineapples on every door.
You call it the slaughterhouse, don't you?
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, doesn't that pool open this weekend? It's pool season.
Yeah, we have some renovations going on. They're a little late, so we're going to be a week late, they tell us.
Is that right?
That'll come off the rent, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Ruined many a Memorial Day party, right?
You'll get in there and talk to the ladies, won't you?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
now.
I still wave and I'm still polite.
Well, of course, you can't.
Hey, Grandpa, I...
Pop. Call him Pop. See what he does. Oh, no, that was you, Grandpa. Sorry.
A recent survey shows Americans tend to buy healthy foods because they are
healthy,
trendy.
Ah.
Specific terms tended to sway consumers are multi-grain, sugar-free, free-range, and organic.
Okay.
Has Josh ever told you about his Ezekiel bread?
Oh, the frozen bread.
It's really something.
The overpriced bread?
No, it's worth every penny. It's very healthy for you.
Don't you have to keep it in the refrigerator?
You do, and then
live spores
and
on
it. Then you can zap it or toast it whenever you eat it.
Didn't John Hurt had a slice of Ezekiel bread right before an alien, right before that thing burst out of his chest?
I don't believe that's what he ate.
I'm just
planted in there by the...
Well, how did you get on Ezekiel bread? Where did you find... You just were there, and
I went. You know what? I did a little research, and it was recommended by many people in the know, many breadologists.
Breadologists.
That's right. They reckon.
Do you have a special bread you like? I like a sourdough. I'm on the sourdough.
I'm on the Pepperidge Farm. They've got a Pepperidge Farm Hawaiian.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh, Pepperidge Farm knows what I'm up to. You're darn right they do.
That was fancy bread when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Our stepdad, he would eat Pepperidge Farm.
I always liked the Pepperidge Farm bread because it's a little powdery. They got that dusting on it.
Christy, get in here. I told you not to eat stepdaddy's bread.
I like to dip my bourbon in a little sour.
And bathe, for God's sake. You smell like raccoon.
You don't let that raccoon stop crawling in your hair.
Got patches of
raccoon
hair
was
missing
cute.
up there from raccoon.
So cute.
Did you at the it was a trailer park? How many trailers would you say were in it?
Oh, quite a few. It was a new trailer
Were there
park.
boys? Like would you flirt with boys and stuff?
Sure. We had a whole
trailer makeout sessions
before the circus started up.
We had a nice clubhouse. We had a pool, beautiful, brand
Was your
new
first
pool.
kiss with a trailer boy?
Yep.
Do you remember his first name?
That wasn't related to me.
You know that.
You know what?
Christy and I kissed our cousins.
We kissed our cousins.
First
My first kiss was
Will
with
you
being.
Stop talking about that and turning me on so much?
That's true.
It is true.
I know that cousins will occasionally
kiss. Yeah.
It was one of these, though.
Was it a French? Did you French your cousin?
No.
I did.
I didn't. You did?
Yeah, she kissed like a mason jar. She wouldn't shut her mouth. It was like,
Are we talking first cousins?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Hold it. My mom was her mom's sister.
Yeah, that would be it.
So I guess first cousins, yeah.
It was your mom's sister's kid? That's a first cousin.
Are you sure?
It was my dad's
That's how that works.
sister's kid, but they had different dads.
Oh, that's
okay.
Allegedly.
See, once again, she's inching up closer to me.
Well, who was the first boy you Frenched?
A boy in the trailer park.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trailer park Tommy?
No, it was actually the kid who had the raccoon.
It was Raccoon Boy.
It was. So he brought the raccoon over to get.
No, they never took the raccoon out of the house.
She'll fork it over when she sees his raccoon.
She sees the raccoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he listens to this show in California, so I apologize.
No, don't apologize.
What's his first name? What's his name?
I'm not gonna say.
Come on. Tommy?
No,
Billy? Steve?
What's a good trailer park boy who owns a raccoon name? Was it Clem?
No, God.
Donnie Joe?
Hey, you know what? It's time to change the subject and play another round of What Will Chick Pick?
Hey, that's me.
Sponsored by our good friends at Silac.
Love Silac.
I'm sitting at the Silac news desk.
That's right.
Chick, here are the rules.
Okay.
2 possible scenarios I'm going to throw at you.
Okay.
You pick either A or B. Ready?
Ready,
Okay.
go.
So you're in retirement.
Yeah.
You spend all day rattled about a recession.
Yeah.
That's your first selection. A.
Okay, that's A.
Okay, B, or you just have money direct deposited into your bank account.
Pick A. Pick A.
Are you nuts?
I think it's going to be B.
Yes, correct,
Yes,
Chick
yes,
McGee.
Thank you.
Yes, or should I call you direct deposit
You
McGee?
can call me that. Just don't call me late for dinner. Direct deposit, Double D. That's me, Double D McGee, retired, sitting around the compound, watching TV, shopping online, breaking down boxes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any catch at all.
Of course, there's no catch with Silac. You can have the possibility of earning immediate interest. You can become secure in your retirement.
Well, those are some great cans.
Thank you.
Are there any cans?
1, you cannot outlive your money.
Silac, you say?
Yep, Silac. SILAC. Get all the info at SILACINS.com/Bob and Tom. Silac Insurance Company. Online at SILACINS.com/Bob and Tom. That's SILACInsurance.com/Bob and Tom.
Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Silac. We'll be right back with Today in History. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the
I spoke briefly earlier about 1977, Tom Sneeber breaking the 200-mile-an-hour barrier. That particular year, in 1977, Evel Knievel, the daredevil, motorcycle daredevil, was sponsoring Gary Bettenhausen's car. It was owned, and mechanic was Grant King from here in town. So on the first day of qualifying, Evel Knievel comes to watch his car to qualify. Well, everybody knew that the 200-mile-an-hour barrier was going to be broke that day officially. And I mean to tell you, there was a race day-sized crowd at the first day of qualifying. It was packed. And I was there, thankfully. And the excitement was just such. I mean, it had unofficially been broken. John Cock had gotten over a tad, and Mario in practice, but that didn't count. You had to do it in qualifying. And everybody knew Sneever was probably going to be the guy to do it because, technical time, he was great in qualifying. He was driving for Roger Penske. That was going to be the guy to do it. So the crowd is just on edge waiting for him. And all of a sudden, here comes Sneever. and the crowd is just on the edge of their seats. Well, at the same time, Evel Knievel was in the garage area looking at his car, dressed in a red, white, and blue leather jumpsuit with a collar up over his ears, kind of like Elvis, you know. He had a cane with a $30,000 diamond in the handle. That was confirmed to me by one of the crew members. Told me that later. He goes, oh, yeah, he was telling everybody, $30,000 diamond. Anyway, so they start bringing Evel Knievel out to pit lane so he can watch qualifying. Well, this coincides just serendipitously with Sneva going out to qualify. And he takes a couple practice laps, and as he does, here comes Evel Knievel out of the garage area, walking down in between the grandstands. Sneva comes flying by, takes the green flag, dives into turn number 1. Man, the crowd is holding their breath. He gets closer. Knievel gets closer and closer to the pit gate. Just as he comes out of 4, he comes down. Sneva, boom, he completes lap number 1, dives back into turn 1. And all of a sudden, Tom Carnegie cracks open that mic, and it's only Tom Carnegie could do. He goes, it's a new track record, 200, and that place exploded. It startled me. It was so loud, the cheer that went up. Evel Knievel thinks it's because the crowd spotted him. And he goes walking out on the pit lane going, what a jerk.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Missed some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcast. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
We do have to wait a year for the next Indy 500, and we say goodbye to 94's race with a special song entitled 500 Miles, sung by Haywood Banks. Our special thanks to its author, Tom Griswold, for permission to share it with you. I'm Bob Jenkins. So long, everyone.
AJ Fittipaldi, Rick Mears, and the Andretti's. The checkered flag, a victory lap. Gasoline alley, the brickyard.
Obstacle garnish. We laugh.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump? I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
What'd you do, dog?
So I screwed up. You know how too many times I say the wrong thing?
Yeah, right.
Well, Kathy's into this mail order stuff again.
Right.
Yeah.
She's into this big time. I came home the other day. There was a case of breast enlargement cream on the kitchen table.
There was? Breast enlargement cream?
Yeah, sitting right there on the table. I said, what the hell is this for? She said she rubs it on her breasts. They get bigger. I said, just use toilet paper. It's been working on your butt for 8 years.
Oh, that was a beautiful.
Comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is here with us. I like goofy movies.
I didn't see Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones because I'm 40 years old and I've been so Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff related. But like a jerk, I went to the Star Wars re-release. Have any of you nerds ever seen a Could you pick a out of a police lineup? If I had a and a donut and a mop, could you tell me the difference between these things? Because the day you actually see one, you're going to throw that stormtrooper cookie jar right out the window. You're going to go, what was I thinking about? I go, I don't know. We've been trying to tell you about it for years.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Oh, holy hell, now I lost Today in History.
Oh, God, I can't.
I know, I keep misplacing things.
I can't give you anything.
This is why Tom is the way he is. Found it.
Yeah, you did.
Darn right I did.
I bet it was the last place you looked.
After I found it, I stopped looking. Time now for Today in History. What's the matter? What do you got?
I got, you have the abbreviated version. So
I've got birthdays.
You have all of it.
Oh.
You have it all.
Why don't you look for something?
You have birthdays and then you have history at the bottom. Could you read ahead?
What is today?
There it is. Right?
June 2nd?
Today is May 23rd.
May 23rd.
The birthday of my loving husband.
Oh, happy birthday.
And
you got married on his birthday, huh?
It was his choice,
Let me
not
tell you
mine.
this. That always works.
Yeah. That chick did
Shut
that
up,
once.
Dace. Shut up. Hey, happy birthday. Oh, we do birthdays last, don't we?
It doesn't matter.
No.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, released on this day in 1994.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry, 1984. Pulp Fiction, released on this day in 1994. How about that?
Yes.
Tom and I differ greatly on Pulp Fiction.
What does that mean?
He does not care for it.
Never seen it.
Well, of course. It's a movie.
So yeah. I think. You never seen Pulp Fiction?
Work of genius.
No.
Oh, you've got to. You got to watch Pulp
I've seen the dancing scene, and then I've heard it's, me. I'm a little. I'm a wuss. I can't watch blood.
Josh, have you seen Pulp Friction?
I've not seen Pulp Friction.
It's pretty good.
Is it? Is it really?
Is
Hang on
is
a
that
minute.
a porno?
Adult movie.
Okay.
Do you
Is
own
there
it?
one called Pulp Friction?
Yes, I do own it.
Oh my God.
I don't want to know any of
Who's
this.
in it? Do you remember?
I do not.
Pulp Friction.
Well.
What else happened
On this date, let me see, May 23rd, 1934, bank robbers Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker were shot to death in that big police ambush.
And they were very shot to
Yes,
death.
they were very.
Yeah, they sure let them have it.
Ooh,
They shot that car full of holes, didn't they?
Man, they did, didn't they?
And the two people standing in front of it.
Warren Beatty and Gene Hackman were best friends. And Gene Hackman did not want to be, didn't think he'd be any good at being an actor. And Warren Beatty talked him into being in that movie. And the rest is history.
I think you could argue Gene Hackman's a better actor.
He's a terrific actor.
Yeah, and I think Warren Beatty's terrific, but I think Gene Hackman is better.
Gene Hackman is better than Warren Beatty.
More natural,
Exactly. Yeah. I think didn't Faye Dunaway date
Peter Wolf?
Peter Wolf for a while.
She did?
Yeah, she was in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she is the girl they're singing about in the song "Centerfold."
Oh, is that right?
Faye Dunaway.
Well.
Anybody know that?
I did not know that.
Let's see. 1980, on this day, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is released.
Pretty good stuff.
And there's a documentary out there about the making of The Shining that is, I think, about 10 times scarier than the actual Shining, the movie. It's real creepy. Walt Disney incorporated his first film company You'll never guess the name of Walt Disney's first film company in 1922.
Walt Disney Pictures.
Disney Pictures.
Laugh-O-Gram Films. Laugh-O-Gram.
Huh.
You're right.
Films.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
How about that? Benjamin Franklin introduces the invention of condoms.
Yes, he was the first prophylactic.
I'm sorry, no,
They
wait
were
a minute.
made out of bison.
I'm reading that it's bifocals.
Oh.
Not condoms.
Was Mickey Mouse funny?
Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
You mean little
He's just
black and white Mickey Mouse?
You know who's funny? You know who's funny? Because Daffy and Bugs
Right.
They're hysterical.
So they're amazing. You can watch those cartoons without the sound on and laugh.
Yeah.
Goofy.
Funny.
Goofy brought it. Yeah, the skiing cartoon where he goes, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gold. That's gold, man.
It is.
Ambrose Burnside celebrates a birthday today. In 1824, you know what he's responsible for?
Ambrose Burnside.
I do. He invented the sideburn.
He invented the sideburns. That's exactly right.
No, he didn't.
Ambrose Burnside popularized sideburns.
I'll be damned.
That's a true. And he had big bushy sideburns.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that would make sense if he didn't.
Yeah. And so
Yes.
did Mrs. Burnside. Hideous woman. Foul-tempered as well.
Oh, yes.
You couldn't talk to her about anything.
Nasty woman.
Nasty.
See, what do they say on Seinfeld?
Dabs.
Nasty woman.
Always smelled like cigarettes and mint julep.
Sucked on Colt 45 from the can.
Nasty woman. Happy birthday today in 1933, Joan Collins.
Oh,
She
she's
was very,
92 right now.
Very popular. Oh, she's still walking the...
Yeah, I just saw her in on some show.
Oh, I know what it was. It was a documentary. Joan Collins is still alive? Exclamation point.
Yeah.
1958 is Drew Carey's birthday. Happy birthday, Drew!
Drew Carey.
It's the other.
the less famous.
It's the other. 1966, John Benjamin was born. Funny gentleman.
John Benjamin?
H. John Benjamin.
He does Bob and Bob's Burgers. And, he is terrific.
I understand that Bob's Burger money is no joke.
I hear it's really up there, yeah. The old,
1974, the woman who broke Steve Poltz's heart.
Jewel, I hate her.
It's her birthday.
I love Jewel.
Born in 1974.
She broke Steve Poltz's
I
heart.
don't even know who that is, so I don't care.
Oh, he's a great singer-songwriter. You should
Rugburns.
expand your horizons.
What brand? What band?
Eddie, the Rugburns.
Rugburns.
Nobody's heard of that.
Happy birthday to Ken Jennings.
They do
today.
rib fests here in town.
Oh, Jeopardy's Ken Jennings?
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Go home and think about what you've done.
I don't know what I've done. I'm sure he's a nice man.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.